What's going on, people, man? Some real sad stuff, man. Let's get my intros going. Let's start the show.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
To this day, yo, man. So we're back again. Man, it's 2 times in a day, boy. I'm getting busy, boy. Well, I just saw the news, man. You know, and Anthony Yarde cancellation. There's a statement been put out. Where's the statement? Did I get rid of it? No, the statement. I actually tried to call Tunde, but for some reason couldn't get through to him. But I can understand why. I just probably don't want to talk about the subject. It's probably very disappointing. You know, they've been training for a long time, been out of the ring since the Lyndon Arthur losses, and you know the whole covert thing. And apparently the opponent pulled out because of an injury. So I'm hearing. Let me get the statement. Let me read it out. Okay. The ring return, Anthony Joshua, 22-19. His knockout percentage is crazy, isn't it? Imagine 20 fights with 19 KOs. That's deep, isn't it? Only 2 losses. That's to Sergey Kovalev, and Lyndon Arthur has once again been pushed back. Promoter Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotion, announced that Yarde's opponent, was it Emin Atra, withdrew with an injury. It was scheduled to take place this coming Saturday. Imagine that, man. Night at the Royal Albert Hall in Kensington. Initially, the fight was going to take place back in April, but a part of an undercard of Felix Cash versus Denzel Bentley. But Yarde withdrew the contest with a tooth abscess. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, yeah. That was unfortunate, isn't it? The card on Saturday will still move forward. The light heavyweight Lyndon Arthur, 18-0-12. He's not got a big knockout like Yarde, you know. Facing Davide Faraci, some Italian guy, undefeated Italian champion with 15-0-7. So you got 2 undefeated guys going against each other in the main event. Yarde was supposed to co-feature in the position. So Yarde was going, but both of them were going against like former, like both undefeated guys that you know we heard of. But it was to help build this fight. I don't, you know, if Yarde's fight's cancelled, there's no point trying to reschedule that same opponent. Just fight Lyndon Arthur. You know, Yarde knows what he needs to do, and they should just crack on. They should just crack on with it. You know, that's just my position. It's very unfortunate. The last time he was in the ring is last December, and upset split decision versus Lyndon Arthur. Yeah, that fight was nip and tuck in it. Yeah, boy. On my scorecards, I had Lyndon Arthur winning, but you know, Yarde was coming with some good shots, so it depends how you score the fight. And that's where we are at the moment. So they're looking to reschedule the fight against the same opponent. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But it's not a fight that everyone's interested in, to be fair. We want to see the Lyndon Arthur rematch. Will Yarde get on the Joe Joyce and Takam undercard in July the 24th? That's interesting. I don't know. That's a bit too soon. It should do, because Yarde is healthy. He should do. Why not? That's a good point. It should be get on a card. But I think Yarde, see, if you're the main event, you get more money, and it's all about money when it comes to these sort of things, you know. You know, when you're both on the card and you're co-featured, your money's pretty good. So if you're undercard, you're not getting. What's wrong with his opponent? Don't know. Abs, I don't know what's wrong with his opponent. You know, what's wrong? Anthony Yarde, the tooth absent. You know, this guy's got injury. I mean, you should have no one really cared about the opponent, to be fair. It was just, let's get to the Lyndon Arthur fight. That's the fight the fans want to see. They want to see the rematch. They even want to see the rematch with Lyndon Arthur, or they want to see an opponent worthy of your stature, like a Joshua Boatsi type of guy, Craig Richards. Like, they all know each other, man. They should just get in the ring and mix it up, man. And you know what I mean? But it's like, well, what's the point of mixing it up? There's no world belt. There's no big money on the table. There's no guaranteed about anything in life, And all you know is Anthony Yarde, the time is ticking, bruv. The time is ticking. There's no guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in life, man. You just take your opportunities until it's gone. The sand and the hourglass is fleeting. It's going out. How old is Anthony Yarde now? It's 29. Had a world title shot. He's lost at the Commonwealth level. I mean, boy, it's just Lyndon Arthur's career carries on. At least Lyndon Arthur's back in the ring, so you get to see him. But to be fair, I remember when I saw Lyndon Arthur's fight, one of his fights, and I fell asleep, bruv. He's very cagey. He doesn't do anything he doesn't need to. That's why Yarde made it good, because Yarde comes to the knockout. He actually pressures you. He actually pushes the fight. Sometimes, in boxing, you don't have to. But Lyndon Arthur's a stay safe type of guy. So that's where we are at the minute. That's where we are. And I hope that happens. I don't know how we got here. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, he might clip him again, but he was just getting outboxed for the fight, bro. Man had one arm. He was getting outboxed in the fight, like better head movement. But the thing is, I think Yarde had a bit more confidence. He's definitely got the confidence in this fight. I think Yarde is looking to step up on Lyndon. It's up for Lyndon to make put Yarde in his place and try to say, yo, you can't just roll up. That's when the funny thing is, if Yarde was to face Lyndon Arthur before Sergey Kovalev, Yarde would have had come into the fight whole different confidence, bro. It was a whole different confidence. But I think Tunde had him a bit more wary of this guy, unnecessary, and because of that. And the funny thing is, Lyndon really, he didn't have one arm, but his hand wasn't 100%. And boxers, to be fair, no boxer goes into a fight, a professional fighting, because they usually get hurt a lot of times in training. They always hurt, but they have to overcome these things. And I talked to some fighters, even they're sparring and don't feel good, I'm not going to spar. Then fine, that's okay, right? But when you're a professional fighter and you got a contract and there's money on it, you have to turn up. You have to turn up unless you have an injury. So if this guy has an injury, then we need to see the report. I don't need to see the report, but the fans need to see the report. Yarde had an absent tooth or something in his mouth. He couldn't fight. But the thing is, like I said, the Lyndon Arthur fight is the fight we want to see. So apparently Yarde is healthy. Lyndon Arthur's healthy. Why didn't they get rid of Lyndon Arthur's opponent, pay him some money, step aside his money, and let Yarde get in there, and they should just fight each other, innit? That's what I would do. Why not? What do you guys think about that? You agree? It's like, but they go, oh, but EJ, we've been training for another guy. So what? You know what I mean? What's this big climax for the fight that really and truly they should have fought like 3-4 times already? You know what I mean? It's not a really the Yarde thing is just interesting, but it's not, it's just one of them things there, This time's just ticking on. This long. You see a long. Hold on 1 minute. Just give the Yarde thing is just long. Unfortunate for Anthony Yarde. He's not had the best of years. I feel for him as well, but boxing is what it is. It's about opportunities and taking them as they come. There's no perfect time for anything, to be fair. You have to make your mark in the sport and make it now. Could they took a replacement? Yeah. Then it's like, oh, but you take a replacement. I'll take a replacement journeyman, get in there just to get some rounds in. They could have did that. Maybe that was the opponent was not suggested. I don't know. Jalik. Let me see what Jalik's saying. I wonder what Jalik wants a link, because I said Jalik. Jalik, the leader. Let me see what Jalik's saying. See if Jalik wants to jump in. Let me drop him a link anyway. Let me drop in it. If any of you guys want to jump in and give your take in, I'll let you guys jump in. Hey, Abs. Yeah, I'll let you jump in. There you go. Here's the link. There you go. Jump in. Give us your take on this situation. And tell me what you think. There you go. There you go. I'm burned out. I'm burned out. Really am. I am burned out on this situation, this subject, man. Yarde. So on this, you know, you got everything's there. Just get it on, man. Just crack on. Let's get some fights. And jump in, people. If anyone wants to jump in. You know how people are. People give you joke, you know. See if anyone wants to jump in. Anthony Yarde. Fights you want to see. Joshua Buatsi. Bang. That's the fight I want to see. I would want to see that as a fan. Craig Richards, yeah. Shucking Peterson, yeah. Let's beat the best, fight the best guys. You know, the best guys there. It's playing it safe. Or we might lose. There's no guarantee you're gonna win anyway. You suppose, you know, even in sparring, you know, no guarantee you're gonna have a good spar or win or loss or anything. Let's get cracking, man. That's the thing about people, yeah. When you're you know in the thing, I think people try to overthink things, you know, overthink things when really and truly just let it roll, man. Just let things pop, you know. That's my whole game plan. That's my thing in life. You know, just let things happen. And you know, try to give the best entertainment for the fans. But the fans don't pay the bills. Yeah, we do. We actually do. And if you give us what we want, we pay more money. The for real as well. We don't want to see the guy I don't know who the guy was gonna go against. Fern and Callum Johnson. Yeah, that's it. I like that one. Callum Johnson. I like that one. He's there with BT Sports. Let's get that in. Short notice. We're gonna fight Callum Johnson. Oh, that's the score. Italy won. It's over. Spain's over. Okay, Italy won. Italy versus England. That's gonna be hard, bro. Italy are no joke, bro. Talk about the World Cup that's on right now. Everyone's watching it because England's fighting. England's playing. Should I say fighting? Literally, they might be fighting as well. They're playing tomorrow, man. They're playing tomorrow for their life. Yeah, man. So the fight's been cancelled because Anthony Yarde's opponent is injured. I didn't know his name. Didn't care to know his name. Wasn't really caring about the guy. You just want to see some boxing. Lyndon Arthur's there. Lyndon Arthur is what you call, in my opinion, he's not really box office, but you see, Lyndon Arthur, he's the type of guy that if you give him a good opponent, a pressure fighter, he makes him look good against. Lyndon can do his thing. You know what I mean? And Pat Barrett's done a good job of putting Lyndon in a position where, you know, he looks good against certain opponents. But because Lyndon's a counter puncher and a patient one at that, you know, but he doesn't really try and knock you out unless you press it. If you press the issue, you know. There's nothing more I could say, and I thought other people might want to comment on it. There may be people, and that's the thing about boxers, yeah. That Sergey Kovalev fight is gone, you know. It's come and gone, you know. It's over. That's how life is, you know. Your window is very short, and you just want to kind of get fights in and crack. Let me see. Okay, what do you think about Cannon versus Liam? With I don't know about that guy. Kanzu, whatever. I don't know about him. I couldn't care about it. I was more interested in Gary Russell Jr. fighting someone. Gary Russell Jr. should be fighting some of these guys. He ain't trying to fight no one. Gary Russell, I don't know what his career is on. Some people's careers is holding the belt to hostages. That's why some young guys come through and just take their belts, man. So you know what's funny, right? Some of these promoters promoting some of the fights. Why don't promoters look for fighters or not about like being a prima donna, like just getting fights in? How much they gonna pay me? Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Why don't guys look for them sort of promoters rather than looking for the guy who's just trying to hold up the sport, man? You know? Just stop trying to hold up the sport. Fight regularly as well. EJ, you think of the biggest fight opportunities. Yarde has to come back. Nah, man. Come up behind the screen. Nah, man. Yarde needs to just need to have a fight, man. Doesn't matter with who. Just get the ring rust off and just get busy. Shake it off, get busy, and fight one of the top guys in the country, and to get back onto the world scene. There's some good fight. Yeah, I like him against Joe Smith Jr. I've always liked that fight. I always he could take that fight now. Like he for one fight in the world scene. Why do you have to come out of it? Why do you have to go all the way back to the domestic level at like Commonwealth? I mean, it's a big calm down, man. And you know, when he got out to world level, he could have stayed there, man. Stayed there, and you know, I liked him against Pascal. That's another fight I would mind to see. Another fight I would want to see. Badu Jack. You know, what's that? Bud and EJ is two dogs. Yeah, no lie. This is Shaquille Stevenson, the best fight in the sport. I learned a lot from both. No cap. Everyone's on no caps. Yeah, the political shit needs to stop because I can't wait to see them fight. Exactly, see, Shaka. So you can talk, man. This is Shaquille Stevens. So you can talk. Who you fighting? You need to stop capping and fight somebody. I'm gonna tell him now. You can talk, man. I'm put it on him. Pull it on Shaquille on Twitter. I'm talking to him on Twitter. You need to talk. You can talk, bro. Someone's jumped in. 1 minute. I'm coming with you in a second. You need to fight someone, man. Yeah, tell him straight. Let me see what he says about that. No cap. I'll give him. Yeah, you them youngsters, man. No caps. I'll say no caps. See how you like them apples, Shakir, Crybaby Stevenson. If you ain't even think I go Crybaby, what are you talking about? I go, who you call me Crybaby for, man? That's your nickname, bro. Yo, what's up, Jalik the leader? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, popping, bro.
I'm all right, man. How you doing? How you been?
I'm good, man.
All
you
right,
getting the
good.
latest news? I'm like, I don't even know about this. I ain't read nowhere about the Eddie Hearn trying to buy Top Rank, and I ain't hear about this.
Well, I got that on
Twitter.
I got that first one from Eddie Hearn talking to Nez in the boxing voice, and he was asking him,
recently,
yeah, it was just like an hour ago, 2 hours ago in the boxing voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when he was talking in that, yeah, Nez asked him about, working, giving dates with the PVC, and he said, "Why do we need to work with the PVC? Because I want to build the zone, make them into a company, make them into a brand, and then probably, I looked, and they said, why you work with Top Rank? Why I need to work with when I could buy them?" I said, "Yo, bro." So it's like he's actually thinking ahead, like. Think about it, if he takes all of Bob Aaron's fighters, then the company's dead, right? So then he could just buy it. That's what he's thinking of doing. Yeah. So that was the title. And then with Anthony Yarde, that happened like an hour ago. Less than an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. It's just come out. The fight's in cancelled.
He's still with homeboy Tunde?
I just called Tunde. I called him, but he ain't picking up. So I'm still cool with Tunde. Yeah, I'm still cool with him. I called him. He'll probably get back to me, but he's probably stressed out about this as well because,
Tunde's training him.
Yeah. Tunde's still training him. Yeah. Tunde's still training him. Yeah. So he's probably stressed out about this, Yarde being out the ring. Last time he fought was Lyndon Arthur and he lost. So he's probably stressed out and trying to look for an opponent. But apparently he's not going to be on the card. And I was like, yo, bro, that's deep, bro. That's deep. And it's a week.
What card was it? What was the fight?
Fight's this weekend.
Oh, where was it? Oh, okay. Was it have fans and stuff? Because y'all about to be,
Yarde, I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
They put him on the undercard of Joe Joyce fight and tack him.
Yeah, maybe maybe that. But I think if you fight on an undercard, you don't get that much money. And Tunde is all about money and them guys.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all about money. Shaquille Stevenson.
I'm sorry, my fault.
No, go. Say what you're saying. Sorry, go on.
why did the guy drop out, or what's the deal? They ain't want to pay.
Apparently, say he got injury.
Oh yeah, that's what the public say. That's for public.
Yeah, it's a lie, man. You know, you ain't buying that. You ain't buying it. You ain't buying it either, right?
Yeah, somebody ain't want to give him money. You never know.
You ain't yeah, you got one of them, though. One of them. One media. What's going on, buddy? One media. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, bro. How you doing? Here, delete the leader. One media. How you doing?
Up,
You guys say hello to each other.
What's up,
Big
man?
up, man. Yeah,
What's
I'm
up?
cool, man. I'm cool. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Bless. Yeah, man. I heard a bit of your stream earlier, EJ. And you was making some points. I was thinking, I'm gonna jump on the thing, but yeah, my environment weren't really working. But so what's this Anthony Yarde information you got now?
I basically got the fight. I saw the message that he's pulled out. His opponent is pulled out, and you know he ain't gonna find a replacement in time, so he's not gonna be on the card. They're gonna have to fight at a later date. Then I went furthermore on thingy, and it found out that apparently the opponent's got the injury, and that's it, you know. But the thing is, I said to myself, well, Yarde's okay, Lyndon's okay, so why they should just fight. You know, they get rid of Lyndon's opponent, pay him off, and let Yarde and Lyndon out. That's the fight we wanted to see anyway. So, you know, they were trying to build that fight up. So, you know.
Yeah, well, boy, Yarde. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But you know what? I just want to touch on something real quick. You mentioned about enough of these UK fighters have been getting banged up, and you know what I mean, right?
That is,
and it is what it is. Yeah, like man's objective about this. I'm not delusional. That's oh no, you know. But shit. What was I even gonna say? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like, so do you think that when it comes to the UK fighters, are they being moved too early? Like in their career, like in the case of Anthony Yarde, was he ready at that time to take on Kovalev? But then again, you know what? At that time there as well, people was saying, "Nah, he needs to step up. Like, sick of him fighting bums and cab drivers and all of that." But my question is, do you think a lot of these guys, these UK fighters, are just not world level, or are they being moved too quick?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you what I know. I'm talking to Don Charles. What they do as a professional fighter in the UK, they don't care about really the fighter. They care about ranking. So they fight for ranking to put your guy in a position. Because if give you an example, right? So you have a pro fighter. He's ranked, let's say 100, right? So if you pick up one of these, these international belts or these WBA international belts, super belts, your money goes up automatically, and then you get ranked in the top 10 of that sanctioning body. So what they, in effect, what they're doing is like they're fighting certain guys who have higher rankings to get positions so they can get into the money. So they're not building the fighters in terms of how they're supposed to be built. Like, for example, you fight a guy to get you ready for, that's what you people used to, you fight contenders and you fight guys ready to get you ready for your title shot, right? But what guys do these days, they don't do that. They fight for rankings to get positions so they can get the fight. Like Anthony Yarde really and truly should never fought Sergey Kovalev, because why? He never fought against a former world champion to get that. That's what usually happens, right? That's what you can check your benchmark to say I've got fought a former world champion. But because he's ranked, if you ask Tunde goes, look at these opponents. He's ranked number blah blah in the rankings, so he got to be a good opponent. But Tunde, what Tunde understand is that rankings, you can pay for guys to get higher in the rankings. But in terms of building Anthony Yarde and building them against good fights and good opposition, he never did that. So when he fought Sergey Kovalev, he gonna fail. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's happening to UK fighters. They're fighting for rankings and not really fighting guys to get them ready to hold the belt and to keep the belt. Unlike Anthony Joshua, who really kind of earned his percentage, because if you look at Anthony Joshua, he fought guys at the right time and got him ready to get him ready for Vladimir Klitschko. Furthermore, Anthony Joshua went to Vladimir Klitschko's camp and he sparred with him numerous times, and these had some good sparring with some of them tough guys there. So Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, they done the blue collar stuff, what you need to do to get there. That's why Dillian White's still on top, or still a top contender, because they fought, sparred tough guys to get there. Now, and you notice Dillian White's not necessarily losing, or Anthony Joshua, not really. So the other guys, the Anthony Yarde and stuff like that, they're not been in that. They're not doing that. So this is why the other guys are falling short. So they fight for rankings, not necessarily fighting guys to hold their position, and that's what you miss out. Like Nakatami, and I mentioned Nakatami earlier on. No one can tell Nakatami nothing. You can't tell him nothing. That Japanese guy, he's a little buzzsaw. He'll fight anyone. He don't care about the price. He don't care if he's lowballed. The Japanese guy will get in there. People say, "Oh, that's dumb," but that's what you can't knock him. He lost against Lomachenko, but then he's in against Felix Verdejo, he's in against Teofimo Lopez, and he's there ready to go. He'd fight Devin Haney, and I'll tell you what, he might even beat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But this is what guys are doing, and the UK fighters are falling short because they fight for ranking and they don't fight to build their fighters. So that's why they've been falling short. And as you can see with Josh Warrington, lost the other guy against that Mauricio Lara, whatever his name is, right? He was built against Kigalhan and them guys there, and they were top guys in their rankings, yeah. But then this guy out of Mexico, who no one ever heard of, come in, just brushed him.
Yeah, I heard he got banged up, man.
You ain't
I
seen
even
it?
see. Do you know what? I remember at the time, Bear Man was saying, "Right, you know the Donny Warrington got banged." I said, "What? Really?" Yeah, man. Because he's kind of that Mexican
He tried,
style.
he tried to, that's what he said.
Right,
He told
right.
He's an idiot. He told Eddie Hearn to find me any Mexican, because I'm a Mexican. I want he believe, because a lot of Mexican people from up north, they like Mexican fighters, so they try to fight like them, like Ricky Hatton. But when you felt a real Mexican today, bro, like that guy came out of a hard circuit. And this is what I'm saying about boxing. There's actually people in boxing who are actually savages, but the promoters, because they're not with top promoters, people avoid them. Like Eddie Hearn said today on the Boxing Ways, he still doesn't want to fight Wilder. He still doesn't want to fight Wilder. I couldn't believe what I was hearing in my ears. So that's probably going to be a hard fight. I think the Fury fight is going to be easier. The reason why it was Fury, because Fury, in his mind, Fury is an easier fight for Joshua than Wilder. He don't want no part of Wilder. And I said, this guy is running boxing. I said, my God. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't, I mean, you're going to lose at some point, in boxing. I don't know Eddie Hearn understands that. All the boxers, they had Kell Brook and, Carl Froch, and they're all going to lose, man. They're all going to lose. Carl Froch never wanted to fight George Groves. It was his dad who forced that fight, Carl Froch is like, why am I fighting George Groves for? I fought people like Arthur Abrahams, all these other top world level guys. I'm fighting who? I'm fighting George Groves. And then Barry goes, well, it's a domestic fight. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for you. It was his biggest, highest payday. But in terms of like where Carl Froch feels in himself, this guy wasn't nothing special. He wasn't no one on the world scene. And what did George Groves do after that? Yeah, he was a world champion, but he ain't no Carl Froch, man. Carl Froch did what you're supposed to do. Went to America, beat Jermaine Taylor, fought Andre. You know what I'm trying to say to you, bro? That's what our guy does, man. He earns his credit out there on the road and fight good guys and good names.
Traditionally, like, you would obviously, like, you start amateurs, right? You do your thing in the area, then you go region, then you go national, whatever. Yeah, and then from there, and then when you turn pro, whatnot, same sort of thing. But then
when you turn pro with the top promoters, what they will do, they see you as a money thing, right? So if you're selling tickets and you've got a nice fan base, they protect you. They if anything, they soften you. They make it easy for you to get. They make it easy for you and put opponents in there that you should beat. But really, until you've been protected, the promoter will protect you, and the managed matchmaker will protect you. In essence, in amateurs, you're not protected. You're not protected. You got to fight.
You don't even know who you're fighting.
No. You got to find out. That's why I like the amateurs. That's why people prefer the amateurs. Jalik, if you ever go to an amateur show, you'd get your money worth and some. The amount of money you paid to get in there, you got every single fight. Everyone come to fight. Everyone come to fight. There's no taking time. Pro fights are dead. Because it's what when you go to a pro fight these days, all the A side will all win. Every one of them will win. You rarely get upset because they've been matched to win, and that's why these guys, they think they're doing good for boxing. You're making the boxers now. So when we talk about Anthony Yarde and stuff like that, why did he lose to Lyndon Arthur? Maybe because he wasn't up to date or he wasn't on it or whatever. But the way he's been built with Tunde, and Tunde's done a good job in marketing and making money on that side. But they need to fight. There was guy I said to him, so I said, look, you should fight Pascal. Pascal for Anthony Yarde is a good fight because he's old. And they're both gonna be there, and it's a good gutty fight for him that he could win. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Joe Smith Jr. He's a champion now. These are fights in my eyes that he should be fighting that he could win. Lyndon Arthur is not doing nothing for you really. And why are you fighting Lyndon Arthur? I don't, because he beat you. It's just pride. You should just sunk your pride, forget that, and meet Lyndon Arthur later on. It's good for Lyndon Arthur, but not necessarily good for Yarde. You know what I'm saying? To say. Because you need guys right in front of you. Yarde needs guys right in front of him so he can bang. Lyndon is a tricky guy. He's gonna jab your head off, innit?
Yeah, you know what? There's a common denominator in all this, and it's money, innit? Because in the amateurs, the money's not really a thing. But obviously, in the professional thing, all these promoters have got businesses that they're trying to protect, and their business interests are gonna come first. And so that lends to what you were saying. But hear this though, right? Because when Dog Bay, I think you pronounce it Dog Bay, but I just say Dog Bowl, yeah. When he fought Neveretti the first time, right, bro, I was gassed. I said, yeah, man, whatever that chanting thing is, yeah, that's a hype. I'm on it. Let's go. And he got pieced up.
Naho and his dad, Naho, Navajo.
Yeah, whatever it was, yeah. And he got pieced up. Then I think it was like no less than 6 months. He took the fight again and he got pieced up again. Anyway, right? So recently he fought a guy. I saw the fight and I just thought, this is bad. This is bad, man. I mean, he got the W.
Yeah, it was good for him.
He got banged up, man.
But the thing is, he fights that way. But he fights in a way that he style is and fought. He hasn't learned to box. You can understand. He's learned to intimidate and knock out. And because the styles they picked it. So you got to understand, right? When he fought Jesse Mengeledo and them guys when he was coming up, they put guys in for him to beat. When you become a champion, now the gloves are off. You understand? So you have to fight all styles. So if you didn't get built correctly, then that's why you're going to lose. These guys were going to beat him because they were boxers and stuff like that, and they were all different styles. And he never was trained for that. That's what I said on the come up. You need to fight all styles when you're coming up. But then when you do that, you might lose. But I'm saying to this, and this is what I try to say to everyone. It doesn't matter about losing. Win, lose, or draw, you learn something from that. And that's what, but everyone's trying to be undefeated and think that's the way to get the money. But you see, the thing is, do you
think that's Mayweather's fault? Because he sold the importance of the O thing. So now everybody thinks that if you lose, then that's the end of your career. So everybody really wants to protect that O thing.
No. It wasn't because I think it was Sugar Ray Leonard probably did it before him. What it is that Mayweather had to fight. You see, for him to get to that status, he had to fight the best in each division. No one can tell Mayweather nothing. He fought the absolute best in the division. Jashi, what's his name? Hernandez. He was the champion who beat Azuma Nelson. You could clearly see that was the guy. That guy was the best in because Azuma Nelson was the best in the division. He beat him. Then the next guy in the division they said was the best was Diego Morales. He beat him. Then he moves up, and who was the number one lightweight was Castillo. That was the number one who beat Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson was the second best lightweight in the division. And Mayweather beat him. They said it was close. He went back in there again. So he earned the right. Now, when Mayweather got completely on top now, after beating Arturo Gatti, because Arturo Gatti was the first pay-per-view star, he said, bomb that. What we're going to do here, I'm going to control the dice now. And this is what we're going to do here from around and now. I'm going to beat the guys that I know I'm going to beat, and I'm going to talk shit, and I'm going to sell it on, you can't beat me, and I'm defeated. So he didn't get it easy. He had to earn the right to get there. But when he got on top, he just marketed about the undefeated. But them roads that he fought to get there, it wasn't hard. You know what I mean? Any of them guys that he fought, if he had a bad day or he trained differently, he would have lost. So he earned the right. He never did. Now, all these guys now, unfortunately for them, they think, because they see Mayweather at the top doing that, they think they have to do that. But what they're missing out is their apprenticeship. And this is what I'm saying about Yarde and some of them guys. They're not fighting guys to get them ready for a champion. That's what Hagler and all the guys did before. You need to fight guys to get you ready for your title shot. And when you get your title, see, if Lyndon Arthur's being built correctly, he's being built correctly. If you think about Lyndon Arthur, he's beat Anthony Yarde, he's beat this guy. See, he's being built on building these steps closely with Pat Barrett. Pat was doing a tremendous job of building Yarde in terms of that. Not money, but in terms of the right opponents, right? So then when Lyndon gets there, Lyndon should be ready to overcome. You know, his confidence should be building up. I mean, beating Anthony Yarde must have done wonders for his confidence, not for Anthony Yarde, obviously, right? But this is what boxing's about. You know, the money will come later, but the most important thing is you take the right opponents at the right time, in my opinion. And if you want to watch anyone's career, and you know, people don't even talk about him. Marvin, you want to watch the Evander Holyfield? I mean, you can't even say nothing. That's why they call him the real deal, because you look at him. He fought Kawid in his first fight, 15 rounds against Kawid. He was a savage. Beat him. Then he unified the division. Then he beat him in a rematch. Then you go up to heavyweight and you're giving up weight like 20 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than you. And then, you know, these commentators talk, man, I didn't know, man, I'm watching this guy. Every guy he fought was bigger than him. And he's basically beating these guys out on work rate and everything. You know what I'm saying? And taking shots from these big, heavy guys. Look at the size of Ring Bow. And you look at Evander Holyfield. That shouldn't even happen, bro. That should be illegal. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, we just brushing over these sort of things. So, you know, when you look at some of these guys there, you have to look at who's doing that. Lomachenko is a small guy, bro. He's a small guy. Every time he goes out on the outing, he's a small guy and he's beating some of these guys there. That's amazing. Like, you know, just using his skills to outpoint people and beat them. You know, the Nakatari beat down, I was well impressed, bro. Because I thought Nakatari was going to whoop his ass. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, going back to what you're saying again, yeah, they're being built wrong. They're looking for rankings and not necessarily built to be built on thing. That's my take.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. But,
Angelique,
yeah.
You want to say something, Angelique? Go ahead.
No, I was just interested. I like Yarde. I mean, he ran out of gas. I don't know if it's his condition. He could have. Remember, he almost knocked Kovalev. So what would have happened? Canelo wouldn't have took that fight. I bet you that.
He didn't really knock him out, man.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, what he means is that he had a moment, and then remember, Sunday said empty the tank, and he did, and he did pay off.
Nah, you see what it is, right? Let's go back to that fight, right? If I was to show you that clip, yeah, and you look at it, yeah, all it did, he clipped him and it wobbled thing, but it wasn't like, yeah, it was a moment he was hurt, but his inexperience, yeah, led him not to finish off. First off, if you hurt someone, I don't know if you guys know this, right? If you hurt someone to the head with a great shot and he got him with a hook or whatever it was, right? The second shot you go for is a body shot. Did you know that? I learned that from Roy Jones, you know. The reason why you do that, yeah, is like because when you get hit, you're hurt, you're breathing, your oxygen trying to breathe through your body, so you bash to the body, and then what it does to you, it stops the oxygen going to your head for you to recover. Then you go back up to the head again, and then you just unload. Now what he did, he hit him in the head and kept going for the head. And this is what I'll say to you, like, if you know that, you should know, like, to bang him to the body and stop shooting for the head. And he kept going for the head. So you let the guy recover. And all he had to do is move his head. And then he recovered. So, yeah, it was a patch. But you got to understand, yeah, even if you're hurt in a professional fight, you know how to survive. Like, you can hold, clinch, take a knee, and you do certain things to recover. And that's all Kovalev did. He wasn't hurt to the point, Jalik, yeah, where he went on his back. Like, if he went down on his back, yeah, I'd say he was severely hurt. All I said, he was hurt, but he wasn't severely hurt for him to cover. And the thing is, Yarde put so much effort into knocking him out and threw the wrong shots. If anything, you see what you said about Isaac Dopo and you saw about Anthony Yarde, they're very similar in terms of that, in that way. They fight very similar, right? They go in to knock you out and intimidate you. And if that doesn't work, yeah, and the guy's still in the fight, they're probably going to lose. You know why? Because that's all they got. That's all their style is. Their style is to intimidate you and knock you out. And if that doesn't work, then you got a chance to knock them out. You know, intimidation in boxing is one thing, but then, bruv, if you can't hit, the guy can't hit you, then you're going to be in trouble. And that's what this game is about. You really it comes down to it.
If he had a gas tank, he probably would have won.
He did have a gas tank. He did have a gas tank. But he just his gas tank got wore out by Kovalev knocking him in. Do you know his nose was bleeding in the first couple of rounds, man? I mean, you watched the fight, yeah. He only had that round, you know. He lost all the rounds. He never won any other round.
No. What fight? You crazy, man.
Well, okay, we could pull that fight up, and you're gonna have to tell me. You're crazy, bro. Yo, bro. One round, bro. No. I swear, bro. I watched it. Listen, one round, he only won that round. That was the only round he got, bruv. He was the fight, bruv, on the scorecards, bruv. He wasn't even close, bruv. Real
I don't
talk, it
know.
wasn't even
One
close.
day we gotta watch it and just rescore. That fight was good, man.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember. I watched it at the time, but I don't remember it. But I thought
His nose
that
was
Yarde had. I
Go on.
thought he did all. Well, I mean, he lost.
Nah.
I remember
Yeah,
eye testing it and seeing that he lost, but I
yeah,
thought
bro,
he had a few
Bruv,
rounds.
his nose was bleeding from the second round onwards, yeah, right?
if
By
he
getting
make
jabbed
round,
by Kovalev.
he need to if he had like somebody with that's gonna make sure he got a crazy gas thing, he would have knocked Kovalev ass out because his power would have been better because he got more condition. So when you don't got your gas thing ain't popping, your power kind of fades. So he
Yeah,
done.
but when you credit, this is what I'm saying. You're not crediting what Sergey Kovalev was doing. He was jabbing him and making him miss. So even though he went in there as conditioned as he was, right? It's up to him to wear him down, and that's what he did. And then what everyone's picking on Tunde say empty the tank because Tunde could see that Yarde was fading anyway. You know what I'm saying? he could see that he was running out of gas. So when he said to him empty the tank, it's like, bruh, this is your one shot, empty the tank on him and just leave it all there because he could see that it was a slow beat down. And so eventually, he went down. What did he go down with? A jab? It was completely, he had nothing else left. He was, but he was wearing out anyway. Kovalev was moving like it was because Yarde, if you look at the whole fight, he's pressurizing him, and that's tiring, and he's not landing, and you're getting hit, and that's what wore his ass down. Boxing's about whooping your own ass. That's what you do. You get someone to whoop their own ass. That's what Yarde was. I mean, you're walking onto shots. And the funny thing about it, Tunde, they were doing the mirror pad, the pad work and all that stuff. Where was all that stuff? Where was all the defensive subtleties? So no one's even talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of that was gimmicky, but it did make it. It did bring like attention to him.
But
I'm rooting for him.
Like you said though, EJ, Tunde is a salesman, isn't it? Well, he's not a salesman, but all them kind of things there, lines in the camp and all them footages that's what sells him. You know what I mean? So as to whether, we all know that, what you do in the gym on the heavy bag and all of that doesn't translate in the ring. I mean, it's good for certain things, but it's not a direct translation like to say, rah, my man can produce them shots. Okay, then he'll be able to do that at will.
Are you still in the fight?
This is the thing, right? When you're hitting the heavy bag, you have to tell your opponent that.
You sound like
you sound like you're in the back.
Yeah. All right. So let me show you something. When you're hitting the heavy bag, and this is what I showed the guys in amateurs. The heavy bag moves, right? So as you hit the heavy bag, it will swing, right? Now, when it swings towards you, do you stay there and hit when it stays there, or do you move? I teach all my amateurs as you're throwing a couple of combinations. As that bag swings, you move around the bag, come another angle, you hit, right? So, because this is what happened. If you look at the bags back in the 1920s, they used to swing. If you look at this bag, all the bags used to swing. So you hit the big heavy bag, you used to swing around, and then all the fighters used to move out of the way. And that's how you get used to using your legs. So if you're looking at these guys, they're in these big heavy bags, they're not moving. Well, what they're not learning to move after they've finished their combination. So they're right there to get hit in their face. And that's what happens these days. So yeah, the heavy bag does translate, but you have to understand why you're hitting someone that's supposed to be represented as a person. But then after you've done your combination, you need to know your defense straight away, your defense before and after you finish your combination. So I'm going to bring in my man, Phil Walker, because Phil, he's going to bring the fix on his new channel. How you doing, Phil? What's going on, bro?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Popping.
Oh shit, I remember Phil.
Yeah, so look, man, I tell you what, like what EJ said about the heavy bag is I mean, all these things can be applied into the actual ring, you know what I'm saying? Even the pads gives you muscle memory for combinations and everything. But again, you have to apply it on a real person, right? You can practice something, but until you get in there and somebody else is coming at you, I mean, you don't forget how to do it. You still know how to throw the same combinations. You just got to be leery or aware of a person that's trying to, of course, knock your head off, right? And then, with the heavy bag, man, everybody should know that when you hit the heavy bag, you box around the bag, right? Because like EJ just expressed, the bag is moving, swinging back and forth. But as far as the Yarde fight, man, against Kovalev. I personally thought it was a good fight, but it was a point in time in the fight where I said, yeah, Yarde, this dude is for Yarde. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it was early in the fight, but it was pretty damn early in the fight, right? Once Yarde used up his gas tank trying to get that man up out of there, it's over. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But up until then, I was really I think Kovalev just was strong. I think he underestimated him. He thought he was old and all kind of shit like that. And excuse my language. And he paid the price for it. And he ain't been the same since then. Let's be honest about it.
I heard homeboy don't spar. That's what the rumor is. I heard he don't really spar. I was like, what?
He
He don't spar.
He does spar. But he
does spar. I think
I went to the gym. I went to the gym to see him, right? Because one of the coaches went to work with Tunde, and I saw him sparring some other pro, and he sparred a couple of guys. He does spar, but he spars like very frequently, just to sharpen up. But he don't have no intense sparring where you know thing. Tunde keeps him away from that. Yeah, he don't have no intense sparring, which he really needs to get him ready. And that's what I was talking about, getting you ready for your big day, because we were talking about why UK fighters don't have no longevity when they get the belt. As soon as they get it, you're more or less losing the belt straight away because it's their preparation. Now, I can show you like this, right? When Mike Tyson was coming up when he was 15, or no, when he was like 17, they had him sparring pros, bro. They invested money. I think they were paying sparring partners like at a time, which is a lot of money, like $500, and they were bringing in some top pros, because what they were doing, they were getting him ready, grooming him for the pros. You got what I'm saying? So in the professional game, that's what's professional. If you the more money you spend on your sparring partners, that will keep you in longevity. If you look at Ali's camp in Pennsylvania, he had people like Tim Witherspoon. He had all the top contenders. They were all in his camp. Vladimir Klitschko did the same thing. And that's why they stay on top. So you have to invest in that. And Yarde, it's with Tunde. Tunde, the reason why, and this is what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, the reason why Tunde didn't want sparring, because he had Junior Sabo. I don't know about Junior Sabo. He was signed to the Mayweather team, and he was supposed to have a Mayweather fight, but they found a shadow on his brain. And what happened is that when Tunde had Junior Sabo, he used to put them in intense sparring, and because of the intense sparring that he used to have, that's what cost him his career. And then Tunde learned from that and said he's never going to do that again. So what he does with Yarde, he protects Yarde, probably protects him. And that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but that makes sense to me.
Sounds smart. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just going to say, yeah, big up, Phil, man. I remember you from back in the day still. You probably don't remember me, though. But yeah,
what's your name?
One of them ones, or One Media. Yeah, I remember
man.
Yeah. When man used to be on the hangouts and all them ones there. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Texas, innit?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was gonna just a quick one. I don't know if you got Lawrence Williams said something in the chat, and I remember this guy. There's a guy called Kanzu who's fighting. He asked the question. And there's a guy called Kanzu now. This Kanzu, he's Chinese. He's a Chinese. I think he's a light heavyweight, if I remember correctly. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or know him, but he was ranked. The last time I checked him on him was about a year ago, and he was ranked by one of the belts, top 10. I don't know about this fight that's coming up, but have any of you heard of this guy, Kanzu?
That's that guy, the Chinese guy. That's a 126 champ, right?
He's Chinese. But
that's when Josh Warrington was trying to fight, but then it didn't go through. And then, long story short, he met the Mexican guy that knocked him out. That's who Chanzu is. I never seen him fight. I'm sure Lawrence seen him. I ain't never seen him, but that's who he is, though. I think he got some belt. I forget what belt he got.
Only Zoo I know is Tim Zoo. He's fighting this Saturday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know the kid.
Yeah, he's 126 guy. He was supposed to fight Josh. That was the thing. He was supposed to fight Josh, and then Josh was Supposed to fight
Yeah.
Shakur. So Josh, I mean, Josh, that's a wake up call. Where's Josh got revenge? I think that fight is in September.
Yeah.
And his
Raw.
alias is the monster as well, you know.
Huh?
His nickname, moniker, or alias is the monster.
Which one? Joshu. Joshu.
Zucan.
Oh, is it? Is the monster?
Chinese.
Is the monster as well? Is he good? Is he
How
good?
you spell his name? Let me Google him. I
Yeah,
can
is
tell.
he good?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it on the ring thing. I'll put it in the chat, right? I'll put it in the chat for you so you can spell it. Yeah, he's fighting he's fighting this week. Is it this week? Kanzu.
Yeah, I think it's,
yeah, go ahead.
How you spell his name?
1 minute. I'll pull it up in a sec. Because I was like, yeah,
gotta check
because I'm thinking, what's his name? Josh Warrington was supposed to fight him. Where is it?
Yeah, Josh Warrington.
Yeah, Josh Warrington was supposed to
They
fight
do
him.
something, man. I would love this. I'm gonna be honest with you. That Gary Russell versus Navarrete would be fire.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'd be a really good fight. And then he claimed everybody duck a fight Navarrete. I mean, he's not even signed. See, that's why I don't think Gary Russell really want to fight. Like, I think that's an illusion, like part of that. Like, come on, man.
He's been inactive, man. I like Gary Russell, but he's been inactive, man.
Signed with Al Heyman. He not.
Yeah, Gary Russell. This is the thing right here. Gary Russell really should have fought Leo before Tank did. To be honest about the shit, you know, he should have. Gary Russell should have fought Leo before Tank got that fight. But for whatever reason, Al, you know, he didn't want to make that fight. He wanted to, you know, feed him the Tank.
I think with Al, I don't think he forced him. And now Leo saying he wants Gary Russell, but Gary Russell's brother, on the other hand, I think he got a chance to be much better. Antoine, I think he fights.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Antoine Russell.
Yeah, Gary Russell, man, he got a. I don't know, man. You know, fighting one time a year is just that's crazy to me. You know, so but I mean, if you fight one time a year, man, you got to fight, you know, elite level competition. That's just my opinion. I do like Gary Russell. I think he's a good fighter. He's got, you know, of course, he got fast hands, but he is vulnerable. So he's going to have to be careful about his opponent selection if he want to keep reigning supreme, or what he considers to be supreme at least, right? But he's vulnerable, man. I think Gary Russell's probably going to get upset probably in his next fight or two, to be honest about it. To be honest with you.
Year though, he ain't fighting until like a year and a half. But the crazy thing about it, if he stay active, you know, eventually the guys at 122, which 122 is fire. Stephen Fulton, Gary Russell, Philly versus, but it's so much.
Yeah, Stephen Fulton's good. Stephen Fulton, if you haven't seen him, he's nice, bro. That's
Fulton. Yeah, I've seen Fulton.
He fighting what's his name, Figueroa.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Which
September 11th.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, the dude from Michigan, I don't know, bro. He could be the dark horse. He might be better than all. I don't know yet. I gotta see it. That dude, Rais Salim. That dude might be better than bro.
Hey, you guys know about Jamal Charlo, yeah? Fighting Brian Castano.
Yeah.
Bro, they're fighting for the they're fighting for undisputed that like no that's in San Antonio in Texas, right? They're fighting for undisputed. Ain't no one really talking about it. I'm like, yo, at 154, he gonna wrap up like Jamal Charlo gonna wrap up all the belts at 154, man. Like these Charlo brothers are making they're like the biggest thing in boxing, right? They're doing things like what the Klitschko brothers are doing, dominating their divisions, right? And no one because they're with Al Heyman, no one's really trying to put like
they need their own promoter outside of it. See, that's why a lot of people Al Heyman also needed managers. If you notice, Danny Jacobs was Al Heyman, but he also got what's the white guy name? He also manage Edgar Belonga. You need somebody outside of sometimes you need outside of Al Heyman. to do it. Like that's what it.
This guy's pretty good. He got a draw with Lara. Lara looks pretty good. Lara looks good at middleweight, by the way. He got a draw with Lara.
Man, I want to speak on that too. Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I think Lara to me looks better at 160 than he did at 154. Yeah, to me, he just looks he looks a lot stronger at 160. Yeah.
You think so? Why won't he fight Demetrius Andrade?
Demetrius Andrade not about to fight Lara, man.
Man, I bet money on that field, bro. He'll beat the shit out of him.
I'll take that bet. All right,
we'll bet on that one. But
we all know Demetrius Andrade not about to fight him, so I mean, we just it's a frivolous debate. You know what I mean?
Are you going
frivolous conversation?
Phil, are you going to the Charlo fight?
Nah, as of right now, no, I'm not going to it.
The tickets you probably can pay $100 and get something nice because it's not.
I can tell you when Jamal had his fight in Houston, I want to say my tickets was like $250.
Oh, you probably got. Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah, like $250. I was on like maybe 10th row or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's whatchamacallit probably gonna be a little.
Wasn't terrible.
You've been thinking it costs more money than that, but Houston is a bigger city than San Antonio, so yeah, that's the.
Nah, but I'd have been to fights in San Antonio. It go down at the Alamo Dome.
Oh, it do? Oh, okay.
Man, yeah. And the thing about the fights in San Antonio, depending on where they have them, they only can fit like less than 10,000 people in that thing, and so people be in there packed, man. It'd be crazy in that thing.
So maybe the Argentinians will follow him because Argentini speaks Spanish, or they just because Castaño ain't no chump. He better not take that fight light, bro.
Nah. Castaño
solid.
A good fighter.
Yeah, we got NBA finals.
I don't know why people thinking it's a walk in the park, but it's not. People thinking that fight's gonna be a walk in the park for Mel. If they haven't seen Castano fight, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he's got. I just looked at his record. He's fought like draw with Lara. He got Wally Matuso. You know, he on the right, so he's coming in from Argentina to try and wreck the shot. But you know, I like the idea that people want. The Charlos are doing what we want, getting undisputed. So there's some good sporting events coming up. We got the NBA finals coming up tonight. I'm definitely going to cover that, the first game. Then later on tomorrow, so I say for you guys in America. Then we have England, the England game. Make sure you guys will check out England for fighting the semi-finals versus Denmark. Hopefully they're going to get to the finals of the Euros. And then obviously, what's that?
You talking about soccer?
Yeah, soccer. Yeah, that's big. Okay. That's big over here. Our country, our country, England ain't been in no major finals or semi-finals thing for years, so that's gonna be good for the country. So that's gonna get some mad views. I might cover that live. I don't know, but right now in terms of boxing, when I go through the boxing, and people talk about belts. Look, end of the day, you have to do this, right? In my opinion, if you want to be the best, knock off all the contenders, earn your craft, and when you get to the top, stay on top. Stay on top and then fight the best. Anthony Joshua, to a lot of people, he's doing what most people like. He's knocking out every guy in front of him and doing what's in front of him. The Fury fight, unfortunately, happened, but this Usyk fight is an absolute dangerous fight for him. And, Eddie Hearn hasn't announced it now. I was listening to Eddie Hearn. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go on the Boxing Voice.
I'm going to check it out. Yeah.
Eddie Hearn's interview on the Boxing Voice, right? You go check that one out, and then you'll hear Eddie Hearn spin that he don't want the Wilder fight. Even if Wilder beats Fury, he ain't gonna make the Wilder fight. He's gonna duck that. And
Did he say that literally? I gotta hear it.
He said. What he said. I'll tell you what he said. He said it's gonna be harder to make than it would be for the Fury, because the Fury fight, it was very close to being made. Fury. I said, how is it very close when you knew there was arbitration? When I heard this, and Nez didn't bring him up on it because Nez just got the interview with Eddie Hearn, he didn't want to upset him. But I was listening to it, I was like, nah, bro, you're actually still trying to duck the situation again, bro. Like, I'm not really feeling what you're saying. I like how if Wilder win the fight, I tell you what, if Wilder wins that fight, right? If Wilder don't have, I don't know if Wilder's a rematch clause for Fury, but Wilder gave a rematch clause. So if Wilder wins that fight, and Eddie Hearn said we want unification, then there's nowhere else to go, bruh. There's nowhere else to go. You have to go see Wilder.
That fight is bigger.
Yeah, exactly. And Eddie Hunt's
listen,
still
bro,
saying,
that's
Eddie Hunt's still saying, he's
that's
still
what-
saying, and listen to this, right? And this is what everyone's saying this weekend, right? So the Fury fight and the Fury fight and the Fury fight and the Wilder fight, that's PBC and Fox, right? And the other fight is ESPN. So Tyson Fury is on ESPN. So Errol Spence and Crawford can fight because the networks are joined together for this fight. So why ain't the networks joined together
that's what I'm
for
saying.
Errol Spence and thing? No one can tell me nothing, right? These networks, the network argument the fighters are bringing is a lie. It's a flat out lie. What it comes down to is maybe the network saying there's not enough money. There's not enough money in the pot, yeah, to make that fight. That's what not maybe that's the network's argument, but they say that,
bro. They get at least 75 million.
They should just leave the networks where they are and make the damn fight for the fans.
Yeah, and go on your own.
So let me hold on. Let me ask y'all a quick question right fast, right? So we all know Tank last week did like 215,000 PPVs against Barrios, right? And 79.99, that's like 16, 17 million. Plus you got the live gate. You could probably add an extra, 5 or 6 million on top of that, right? So you're talking about 20 something million dollars. How much are these cats trying to get paid? I know they're going to do more than 215,000. And the live gate might be like insane, like crazy.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be in Vegas at the football stadium somewhere. It's gonna be big.
So, I mean that's the only thing I can gauge is basically like what, because Tank, the last person that did pay-per-view. I don't know how much money they're trying to get. Is my question.
At least they gonna make at least 75 million because what they say Fury was getting a minimum
a piece. You think they're gonna make 75 a piece?
Yeah.
Nah, man, come on. You talking stupid, man. Come on, man.
Listen, Phil, how much would they say?
Nah, man.
How much they was making for Wilder and not Wilder, AJ and Fury? But that you got to realize none of them is U.S. pay-per-view market. The U.S. pay-per-view market adds a whole level of millions beyond what they would get. So that fight is definitely bigger than AJ and Fury.
No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
Yes,
Man, stop it.
Bro. All right, man.
It's not even for. Man, come on, man.
Bro, I'm telling you,
it's
bro.
Not even. It's not. It wouldn't have been even. Bro, hold up. Hold up. Let me. We're gonna speak some facts, right? Okay. AJ right now getting what, 30 million pounds per fight?
I don't know how much you getting.
Okay, all right. So I'm telling you, you're getting like 30 million pounds per fight, right? Fury, we all know what kind of contract he signed with ESPN. I think I forgot for what it was. I think it's for like close to $100 million is his contract that he signed with ESPN. So I would imagine he's getting probably 10 plus per fight at the bare minimum, right?
Okay.
So you're talking about two heavyweights right now, right?
Yep.
They're getting 10 million. One's getting at minimum 10 million per fight, and the other one's getting 30 million per fight. Anywhere between 25 and 30 million dollars per fight, right? Okay. Name me another fighter outside of Canelo Alvarez.
You breaking up. Your phone breaking up.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I should be good now, huh?
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Name me another fighter outside of Canelo Alvarez, Triple G, and Manny Pacquiao that's getting $10+ million per fight. Give me another fighter.
Wilder in that. Wilder.
Nah, it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent.
And you got to think of this, Phil. If
he didn't get that against Luis Ortiz the first time around.
No, but we're talking about recently in his last fight. He got that for Fury. He got that for Fury and Luis Ortiz the second time, and he got that for what's the light skinned boy name? That he knocked out in the first round. I forgot. Dominic Brazil. He got it for those last 3 fights.
No. So no, he didn't. So he got $20-something million for Brazil, and for Ortiz, he didn't get no $10 million to fight Ortiz too, man. What you talking about? No, he didn't.
Oh, damn well he making that, bro. He been on that.
No, he didn't, man.
So
he really ain't been on that.
Phil, you're a business guy.
But regardless, hold up, I tell you what. Regardless, it don't matter. So put Deontay Wilder in there.
That's you got to realize the pay-per-view market in the U.S. is where
give me a super welterweight then.
Now, what I'm trying
give me a super welterweight. Give me a middleweight.
In America, the pay-per-view market, they like 100. The UK prices is probably less than $30, but the pay-per-view for AJ and Wilder will be 100. So say if they do $1 million, that's 100 million off the bat. Just AJ and Wilder. That's just that's just $1 million. That's $100.
But you're not making your argument. You're not making your argument for AJ and Wilder. You're making it for Crawford and EJ.
About that. No, I'm saying that Wilder and AJ is a bigger fight than AJ and Fury. And they would
I still don't know about that either, bro. I don't know about that either.
Storyline. First of all, his name is gonna be big. If he knock out, he's really going. You think he got fans now? Wilder, if he knock out Fury, he gonna become way bigger. Felix Scott gonna be bigger. He's gonna be a sought after trainer, and you gotta realize the UK versus US. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that fight is gonna be huge, and then that fight will do a big time.
So I mean, but you're throwing out one scenario. So if Tyson Fury goes in there and stops Wilder again, you don't think it'll be just as big
against AJ? If he knock out Usyk, it'd be big. It just won't be
okay. Big. So what are you talking about? Like you putting out scenarios that apply for both.
No, I'm just saying that they're both big fights. AJ Fury, but it's just AJ Wilder is just bigger. It's just a bigger financial thing.
I don't think so. I think it's about the same, honestly.
How many pay-per-views you think they're gonna do in the US?
In England, they're gonna be in England. It should be okay. Fury's not a big pay-per-view draw over here, bro. He ain't a big draw over here. Yeah, he ain't a big draw in America. He's not. I don't know if he's a big draw in America.
No,
the thing is, the sell to big thing in America is you need to be the undisputed champion, which Wilder's not. And Anthony Joshua said Wilder needs Anthony Joshua, Fury needs Anthony Joshua to get that money because you see how much attention.
Exactly.
You need AJ. Yeah, they need AJ.
AJ.
Yeah, they do, bro. They need AJ as a darts partner, and that's what Eddie Hearn don't want to give up because he said if Wilder wins, we want undisputed. So if we want undisputed, then you got to see Wilder. You got to see Wilder. You got to give him the money that he wants. Like Wilder said 40-60, and I want a rematch. Eddie said no. He said you don't deserve that money. I'm saying, what are you talking about? Money? Like, give why you make the fight? That's what I said. Eddie, this is what I say. He wants to buy Top Rank, or buy these companies. Nah, man. Nah, I don't want him buy nothing, bro. I don't want him buy nothing. Like, if that's how he's operating, and you don't want to give us the fight we want, I don't want you buy. I don't want you own them boxes.
Hey, EJ, you and Eddie Hearn gotta settle your beef, bro. You gotta call him and do an interview with him.
Bro, I'm just gonna tell him the truth again. If I catch Eddie Hearn again, when I used to catch him, but the thing is with Eddie Hearn, he's very slick, yeah. Before I start talking, he talks so much, he makes you forget what you're gonna say. You know that. He's deep, you know? He's good, you know. He's
yo.
People, bro.
Yo, hey, that's like you say when you go into a job interview and you don't know much about the job. You just when they ask you a question, you talk so much that they forget to ask you the next question.
If you see my clips of Eddie Hearn, you see me talking. I don't get 2 words in and he's off. Because like what he does, right? If you ask him one question, he'll make that question into a long question. And while he's there, I'm thinking of the next answer. And so he don't really answer my questions. Like he's a slick politician, bro. He one of the best. Now Bob Arum, on the other words, he got 1 word killers. And when I interviewed Bob Arum, like he got 1 word killer. Like check this, right? I go some. You've got Lomachenko and you have Terence Crawford, yeah. Like who would you say is the best? Here's what he said to me. have you got 2 kids? Have you got kids? I go, no. I tell you, if someone asks you to pick one, which one's better than the other? What would you do? I didn't say no. What are you gonna say to that? How can you pick one kid if you got 2 kids? Who's better than the other? That's what his answer was. I was like, yo, that shit's deep. So that's what he sees. Like he saw both Lomachenko and Terence Crawford as great. Both of them as great. So he wouldn't put one over the other. So my whole thing is that when it comes to these guys, these promoters, they are sharp. You know, that's why they got their job. They're very sharp, and they're not like boxers. You can have a conversation with boxers and you might trip them up. These promoters are sharp, and they know how to catch you up. They know what you're thinking. They know what your questions are. Like, see, like Eddie Hearn, he knows I'm going to ask him. He knows what I'm going to ask him. He knows I'm going to ask him before I even answer. He knows, because everyone asks the same questions, right? Why? When are you going to fight Fury? When are you going to fight Wilder? Why are you not fight the fight? Why? You know what I'm saying? He got things lined up in his head for all the questions.
Yeah,
like, it's hard.
he do.
Yeah. It's hard to. I'm
gonna tell you the classic Eddie Hearn. I'm gonna tell you the classic Eddie Hearn line though. Somebody asks him a question and then they say, "Well, I mean, what do you think? What's your opinions on it?" And then now he got you talking about the thing that you asked him. You know what I'm saying? He classic for that, bro. He'll flip it on you quick. I mean, well, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? And you'll be like, well. And then now you tricked. It's over with. Now he didn't trick you.
Well, listen. If I play the interview with Nez just like, because Nez ain't got no loyalty to Wilder no more, so he didn't press Anthony. He didn't press him when he said, "Well, I think the Wilder fight's harder to make than the Fury fight." It's like, what you talking about? Like, look at these guys literally embarrassed you, but Eddie Hearn still wants to make the Fury. He still wants to make the Fury fight, bro. I'm like, yo. I mean, what bro? This guy's dedicated.
What's the reason for that?
I don't know, because he knows that Wilder's gonna get him because Wilder will be AJ. Why? Yeah, Wilder's gonna be AJ.
Check this out, though. Check this out. I'm sure he's way more tougher to negotiate with. Al Heyman, but check this out. If he don't want to make that, definitely don't want to make Caleb Plant versus Canelo. I'm telling you. He definitely.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. No, because Ruiz and Charles Martin were with Al Heyman, and them fights were made in a heartbeat. What you talking about? And also Dominic Brazil. They're all PVC.
Way too much money, bro.
Half of AJ's fighters were PVC fighters, bro. What you talking about?
Way too much money.
Man, ain't nothing good. No, bro. Like, listen. Eddie Hearn don't wanna. He sees Wilder he sees Wilder as a threat, man. He don't want no part of it, bro. I'm sharing you.
Crazy. Why would he? But
I'm telling you, bro. You need to hear it for yourself.
But Tyson Fury is a threat too. So why would you not fight Wilder when you will make more money fighting Wilder than you would Tyson Fury?
But Wilder's dangerous, man. Eddie don't want to deal with Wilder.
Tyson Fury dangerous too.
Nah, he ain't, man. He don't put no punching power, man. Come on, man.
So why? Okay. So
what's Tyson Fury? When's the last time you see him knock someone out apart from Wilder? Yeah, he went after Wallin and all them other bums. He never knocked Seth Fury. Never even knocked them out, bro. Like, come on, man. He just outskills you. That's what he does. He don't. So when you go at Anthony Joshua, he know Anthony Joshua's got the power to do him, and it's like it's good for the UK. That's all he care about. He don't want no parts of Wilder, man, because he sees Wilder could upset it. Like if you think Eddie Hearn knew Ruiz was gonna beat Joshua, you would have never made that fight, bro. Eddie Hearn, he's just so careful.
But 1 minute, EJ, you say he doesn't predict his fighters. Which one is it? He only
no. I didn't say that. I said he don't build them correctly. I said when one media said, "How come the UK fighters lose?" I said they're not built properly. They fight for rankings. That's all they do. They fight and where am I ranked? If you listen to Eddie Hearn carefully, he's ranked this guy. This guy's ranked here. This guy's ranked there. But you never talk to Eddie Hearn and go, but how did he earn the right to get to that ranking? Ask Eddie Hearn that question. I get him, Did that guy earn the right to go? Well, you mean I got the right? He's there, isn't he? So he must earn the right. Goes, no, how did he get there? You had to fight that guy to get there. So this is what these rankings are about, bro. That's why guys are getting, the UK fighters are getting their wig snapped back. That's why, man. You see Fulton Jr. and them guys there, they earning the rights to get there. They're beating the top ways to get to that point. my man One Media brought up. We was talking about Isaac Dogbo, right? And he beat Jesse Makalelo.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
before that fight, he sparred Jesse. He used to spar Jesse Makalelo. So and Jesse Makalelo was out for a year. He knew he could beat him. But when that other guy came, who was taller than him, because Isaac Dogbo was really should be a lower weight because he's so short. It's like I met him. He was like, I met Isaac Dogbo, right? He's like 5'3". Isaac really should be a smaller weight, but because he eats so much, he's big for his weight, but he's tiny. So when a guy came who was taller than him, you know he was gonna beat him, bro. It was easy because and then you see him struggle because Isaac should be a lower weight, but he can't make them weights because he ate himself out the weight class.
So you thought he should have been at 118 with Monster?
Bro, what's his weight? What's his weight? Is he a what's he a bantamweight? Is he a bantamweight now, right?
But that day at 122.
Yeah, he should be low, bro. Look at his build. He should be smaller weight. Should be a smaller weight, bro. He'd be better, but he can't make the weight because he eats too much. And that's the same with Tank. Tank eating steak and potatoes. That's why he moves up. But Tank struggles with the weight, man. He can't.
He looked better at 140. I was like, God damn.
Nah, what, really, man? That guy he thought was a small guy. That guy that's moved up recently as well. That guy was a hand. That guy Barrios was a hand-picked opponent. I told you about that stuff already. I told you about hand-picked, man. For what it was hand-picked, man.
That dude having problems making weight. He is supposed to go to 147 because Regis wanted to fight. That dude is tall, bro. He like 6 foot.
Bro, Tank won't even touch Regis Progress when them guys there. Tank ain't trying to fight.
They ain't gonna put him in with Regis because you know they know the marketing scam. They always gonna get.
Tank's gonna keep fighting. Like
he fighting in October.
See, Mayweather's smart. He fight top flat-footed, money-made Mexicans. That's what he do. That's what he puts them in there. Puts them against guys that come to fight him and gonna be right in front of Tank. And all Tank does, Tank doesn't even try out box you no more. He just blasts you. He's just gonna knock you out.
Who do you think his opponent gonna be in October?
Who, Tank?
Yeah, who do you think he fight in October?
Shit, who's that guy who just got knocked out? Who's the guy with the left hook who got knocked out? What's the guy who got knocked out recently by the guy? What's the guy, the one from ESPN? He just knocked him out recently.
The dude from the UK?
Nah, he's from Mexico. Who's the number one guy at Super Feather before? The one that everyone was avoiding.
Oh, Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, See the guy Valdez beat. Who's the guy Valdez beat?
Oh, Miguel
Bichette. There you go. He should fight one of them flat-footed guys. Either one. Huh?
This is who I think he's going to fight. I think he's going to fight Fortuna for sure if he beat Jojo Diaz on Friday. Now, he might fight Jojo Diaz, but that'll set it up.
Bro, I don't think he should fight Jojo Diaz. He's a bit too strong, bro. He's a bit too strong. You know what I mean?
Who?
Jojo is that Jojo Diaz? That's the one who fought Gary Russell Jr., right?
Yeah.
That guy's strong. That guy's pretty strong, though, you know. He's
strong, but he moving up to 135, so he good, but Tank could knock him out at 135, but that'd be a real good name. But that's if he beat Fortuna. That also open it up to make negotiations better when he want to fight Justin Bieber for that big paper.
Who's the one Jojo Diaz? Who's one Jojo Diaz beat to get that belt? What's that guy's name?
He beat Kevin Farmer.
Where is Kevin Farmer now, bro?
He said he moved up to 135.
Kevin Farmer used to be the guy who wanted Tank, and Tank didn't want no parts of Farmer. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude wanted. He was with the Zone as well. The moment he lost, Eddie Hearn even feature him no more. Like this is what I'm trying to say. Him and his one eye.
Contract up.
Yeah, but still, bruv, like he ain't no good when he lost. This is what these people do. You lose one fight, they kick you off the network, bruv. I mean, it's bullshit. Like think about Lomachenko. Lost one fight to he lost one fight to Lopez, and they throw him down to number 10 pound for pound. How can that be, bruh?
So you got ho, bro. You got him on the pound for pound over Charlo.
Who's that?
Lomachenko.
Why does he have to be over Charlo? Where's Charlo?
No, Charlo's not even on there.
No, he's on. But you could put him on your one. Where do you rank Charlo?
That's what I'm saying. So
don't worry about the sports writers. You do your own.
No. Which one?
Yeah, I don't watch what they say. I don't care what I have my own one.
He on Charlo on mine.
Yeah, where he at?
Lomachenko.
Where's he at? Where you rank him?
Charlo at least he at least 7 right now. He gonna move up to the
where he was going on. He should be higher than that. He should be like number 5, man. What you talking about? You have the right, to have your own rankings, and no one could tell you nothing. Like my pound, Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Then I have Teofimo Lopez. Then I have who's the other one? I've got Teofimo Lopez. There's another guy. Who's the one? Teofimo Lopez. And then I have
So ho. You got Teofimo Lopez over Josh Taylor.
Yeah, just say they even high up on my. Just say that high up on. Just say high on my ranking. I don't. Yeah, listen. Them opponents. Nah, I don't. You know, them opponents he beat. I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't. Nah, some of the opponents he beat. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he beat Postal. He beat undefeated Ryan Martin. He beat Regis Prograis when he wasn't.
I know. All them guys. Who are they now?
Resume better than Teofimo.
Nah, man. Teofimo beat Lomachenko, bruh.
Come on, bro.
No, Lomachenko's got. Look who Lomachenko beat. Rigondeaux, Waters.
Okay.
Gary Russell Jr. Come on, bro. These are like Gary Russell's still the best in his division. Rigo's still the best in his division. Like these guys are still popping. These just Taylor's guys, none of them are doing nothing, bro. Who out of any of them guys he beat? Where are they now? Tell me where the guys. Where are they now?
Postal. Hey, EJ, Victor Postal almost beat Ramirez, bro.
I don't rate them guys either. I don't rate them guys.
Undisputed. That's what
I don't care about undisputed. I don't care about that stuff.
You correct.
I don't care about that stuff. All I care about, right? All I care about is fighting the best. Now he's the best in his division, but we're talking about pound for pound, bro. That's what we're talking about right now. If you rank a guy because he's undisputed and you have him higher, pound for pound to me means something different. It means one of the most skillful guy in the sport. Now when you beat Lomachenko, who's very skillful, as you can see, and he beat him handily. To me, you rank very high. Terence Crawford is doing the same thing against.
At 140, do you think Teofimo can beat Regis? Or Gary Antoine Russell? Do you think he can beat him?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a hard fight though. I'd like to see it. If he beats them, I'll give him credit. It's a hard fight. It's hard to say. It's hard to say though. It's hard to say. Gary Russell's not easy to beat, bro. Like, you know what I mean? There's a hard fights. But Gary Russell's like, what is he? He's a featherweight, bro. Like he ain't touching.
No, Gary Antoine, his brother.
I don't know. His brother ain't done nothing yet, bro. I don't rate his brother. I ain't done nothing.
Very aggressive, bro. He like.
I don't, bro. Like you be ranking guys who ain't done nothing. You need to stop it, man. You need to stop it, man. You know?
Nah, because I'm telling you,
I don't only rank guys who do something like.
Look, Josh Taylor versus Sean Porter. Who you think gonna win?
Come on, man. Sean's gonna eat him alive. Come on, man.
He trolling, bro.
Yeah. What? You think I'm lying?
X1 Media, where he at, bro? X1 Media.
Yo, bro, like Sean Porter will eat him alive. Come on, don't be silly.
Bro.
If Sean Porter can't beat Josh Taylor, I don't know what's going on. Go ahead, One Media.
I think that's a good fight, you know. That's a calibration fight for me. Like we're gonna see. Because that's the next level. That's the next step of uncertainty to me for Josh Taylor. And Porter, I don't know, because like Porter's got, it depends what Porter turns up. Yeah, I really don't know, you know.
Porter, any to beat Danny. The only two people for sure, the only three people that I think can beat him at 147 is Boots, Bud Crawford, and Errol Spence. And then the Errol Spence.
Boots Ennis. He's good. Yeah, he's another good guy.
Sergey Ortiz maybe can beat him in the future. I think right now he'll win a decision over Virgil. But that's nice though.
No one's fighting each other, so no one's really fighting the big fight like the Tyson Fury fight versus Wilder fight. My man does already put up about the money, Wilder, and all that stuff. Yeah. Listen. Let me say something, JD's, yeah? All right, JD's. I know you're Wilder's manager, right? But let me say something, yeah? Hey, look, when it comes down to this thing, yeah, I don't really care about the money and the package and the zone. I don't really care about it. Just make the fight. Do us a favor and make the fight. You know what I mean? My man Jalik, what's Jalik got here? Tank versus Jojo Diaz or Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna's got a hard fight coming up recently, innit? He's got a fight coming up, right?
Nah, he fights Jojo Diaz on Friday. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, they fight. Yeah, okay, that's a fight. That's
on Friday on his own. That's a good.
I Fortuna should be able to win that fight there.
I'm favorite. Fortuna's with Hal Heyman, so that makes sense for him to go back to 135, especially with Fortuna coming off a big win over JoJo. So that's why I'm predicting that. Because on Twitter, Tank said he coming back in October. So I'm, he ain't gonna fight Brian or Teofimo.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can see that. I think people tune in, mainly you guys tune in, even though we're bringing other topics. Yeah, the Anthony Yarde fight has been cancelled. It's a shame. I feel like they could find a replacement or just make him fight Lyndon Arthur. I mean, it's not that fight don't need no big build up. People would be happy for the replacement, but they're not gonna go and do that. And Yarde is not on the card. They fight later on. I don't even know if they want to even fight that rematch because really and truly, I don't know why did both Lyndon Arthur and Yarde agree to fight tune-ups to build that fight even more. I mean, it's already there. Like you should just straight go back to back into a rematch. You shouldn't, you shouldn't be looking to fight someone else because you could possibly lose that fight. And now Yarde's fight is cancelled. Lyndon Arthur's good to go. And that fight really, there's nothing wrong with Yarde. So Yarde has to go to the commentary team and watch Lyndon Arthur fight when he had an opponent. I mean, this is all long. Like that's all wrong with boxing. You know what I mean? You lose a fight, go back in there and fight again. If you lose again, you lose again. It's not, it's not the end of the world, bro. It's just that your level or where you are. You know what I mean? And if it was a close fight and whoever you go in, so this is very disappointing. Sure for Yarde and for his team, but at the same time, people need to make decisions, which is going to be, good for boxing, but financially fighting some other guy to build the fight. But really and truly, no one even knew who Lyndon Arthur was. You're still the main player, but Lyndon's building his profile. And that's what people feel about these days. I heard building profile. I mean, no profile. Knock this guy out. That's how I build my profile. I build my profile by get bodies. You know what I'm saying? By bodying people, by outboxing them and bodying them. That's what we do. And, people talk about stock. This bullshit about stock. I'm not really on that talk, about stock. You win, you lose, you draw. And how you win or lose or draw, we will mark you in.
Yeah.
But really, truly, like I said, like Nakatami don't lose. Nakatami to me, I don't care if he loses. If Nakatami fights tomorrow, I will watch Nakatami. Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about. So don't tell me about no stock. Don't tell me about no bullshit. There's no stock. If you're gonna give credit, take credit away for him fighting top level opponents and winning and losing some, because that's what he really does, right? Nakatami, sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses, but he's in the fight. I'm not going to take no credit for him. Now, Lomachenko beat him. Now, Lomachenko's earned the right, justified be stole to get TFE, and TFE ain't done nothing. Absolutely nothing since he won the belt. If Lomachenko had the belt, Lomachenko would have fought 2 times already. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So
I think it's already in June, so that was 8 months. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be a year since he fought.
He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing. Like Bob Black, whose decision for you when you won the titles is to sit there? You should have fought the following month and ready to go, like defend the titles. Now you're sitting there fighting this guy Gambosis, like this Gambosis guy. Like I don't even know this guy. This Australian guy or whatever his name is. I don't know nothing about this guy.
He talk like he a Hall of Famer. You ever hear his interviews? He very confident. He make me interested in the fight.
But he's getting his biggest ever payday in his life. Some guys, I think, sometimes, right? They fighting for paydays. Pay, you want payday? You want the payday? I know. That's what they be fighting. They fight for Boo Boo Andrade. Go, you want payday? See, you mentioned Boo Boo Andrade. You mentioned Boo Boo Andrade. Boo Boo Andrade ain't trying to fight no one. He fighting for payday. He's just looking for the big paydays. He ain't never won a fight.
Come on.
He never want to fight top tier. He's like Gary Russell Jr. He ain't never want to fight top tier. I see this guy's eyes popping out of his head. He just out here. He's out. Listen. Let me tell you something, bro. Name me the best opponent that he's faced. Go on, give me one. Come on.
You down the guy. Listen, man.
I ain't got nothing against him. I'm just telling you the truth, though. Who's the best? Okay. What about Gary Russell Jr.? The best opponent.
He calling out guys. He beat Luke Killer. Luke Killer beat Arios. Arios just beat Jared Hurd. So I mean, you got he beat that dude that was.
Gambo. He beat Lee Selby. Okay, he beat Lee Selby. Gambosa. All right, fair enough, right? Yeah, beat Lee Selby.
Gary Russell ain't fighting nobody. He only fought Lomachenko.
Yes, he fought Johnny Gonzalez. That's what he won the title from, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but he ain't like dudes. What I'm trying to say to you, Mickey Bay. He fought Mickey Bay, but what I'm saying is dudes, right? Guy, look. Boo Boo Andrade. when they start his professional career, and bro, this dude is not trying to fight nobody, bro, no one. He's not interested. All he cares about is keeping his undefeated record. And you see, the thing is, when he leaves the sport, Gary Russell leaves the sport, no one's gonna care that you was even there. Like, was you even a fighter? Like, was you even a boxer? Because you didn't even fight no one. You don't fight no one, and these fights are boring as well. Boo Boo's fights are boring, man. They're boring as well. Yeah, they are, bro. He wins. You can see the guys are overmatched though. So all the guys
EJ, you overhyped Jamal Charlo. You keep talking about watch this fight against that guy. That
was a good fight.
And then
that was a good fight. That was a good fight. When are you trying to say? You trying to say that fight? Yeah, wasn't a good fight with Gary Russell.
I never watched it. That's like I don't watch fights like that. That's like pre-season.
What do you mean? That was a great that he had.
He don't want to fight. You talk about somebody fighting for money. What is he fighting for? Just money. He's not fighting for.
But what's Boo Boo doing? What is he doing with his life? Why did he sign? Listen. Why did he sign with Al Heyman? Why didn't he sign with a promoter to get him the fight? Why did he sign with Al Heyman? Al Heyman, yeah.
He signed with Al Heyman.
Eddie Hearn, yeah. Eddie Hearn protecting like loads of fighters. He protected him, bro. That's what he did.
What minute you say? Come on, bro. Yo, EJ, where you say the which video is there? Eddie Hearn on Boxing Voice. Which video is it?
It's the recent one. It's the recent.
Oh,
one.
That where you talking about Gervonta Davis?
Yeah, that's the one. You straight from the start. Like I can play.
I wonder why they don't put that change the titles when they got somebody. I guess I don't know.
Nah, I think he might be editing it out. Whatever. I was surprised Eddie Hearn came on because Nez ain't talked to him for a while. Let me try and find the video real quick and get it out here, right?
Eddie Hearn, I mean, maybe he's seen something in the thing with the water. You know how that goes.
He went live, yeah. So when he went live, I skimmed through it. When I scored through it, I said, who that? And I said, that's Eddie Hearn. I said, shit. All right, I'm gonna play it right now. I'm gonna play it real quick. I was surprised when I saw Eddie.
Do some push-ups. I gotta do some. I gotta get my push-ups.
Oh, no, I'm playing it right now.
Okay, yeah, but I can hear you in the background. I just want to push.
What's that?
I'm gonna be here. I'll just go do some push-ups real quick while you playing it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and play it.
But the market is so saturated right now with pay-per-views. I don't know what is a good number anymore. In terms of the fight. Of course, look, Devin Haney's come through that test against Linares. He wants all of those guys, whether it's Tank, whether it's Teofimo, whether it's Ryan Garcia. I saw Floyd's comments about we're only fighting guys in the PBC, and that's a shame because I think that limits your opportunity to be a great, but that being said, right now we're in a position with Devin where we just want to keep our options open so that there's no excuse why people shouldn't fight him. So right now, we're working together moving forward. He has no contractual paperwork with DAZN, but he's happy to fight on the platform. He wants to continue that relationship. But at the same time, I don't want to give someone an excuse to say, no, we can't because of. So right now, if Devin Haney wants to fight Teofimo Lopez on ESPN, no problem. If Devin Haney wants to fight Tank Davis on Fox, no problem. If Devin Haney wants to fight Ryan Garcia on DAZN, no problem. Because I think everyone's getting a bit tired of this, we can't do that because of this. And I think the greatest example of all is Errol Spence against Terence Crawford. That's the greatest example of all. But it shouldn't be just like you can only fight this guy if you sign a 4-fight deal with the network. I don't agree with that. If you believe in your fighter, and you believe that they are good enough to win and they want to be great, they have to be able to fight everybody. So, as far as Devin's concerned, ready for all comers. There's a mandatory fight this weekend, of course, with Jojo Diaz against Fortuna. That will be Devin's next fight, unless he's allowed an exception, which would come through fighting one of the names that I mentioned.
Absolutely.
That's a good fight. Devin, that's a good fight, man. I don't mind seeing that fight. I want to make sure you feel that fight. That sounds like a good fight.
Across 135 pounds. And I hope that Gervonta and those guys do sort of come out of the box a little bit and let him be great because he's a tremendous fighter.
While we're on the subject, one of our patrons,
Get to the next one, boy. Eddie Hearn.
The sensible thing to do is to align to a network and to get that security. But at the same time, as I said, just at this moment, I think we're well placed to not give anyone an excuse as to why they can't fight Devin Haney.
And when you
Devin Haney,
you know, two brilliant American fighters, two middleweight world champions, and another guy in Demetrius, where we've quite frankly stated we have no problem doing that fight on Showtime. You know, and even Stephen Espinosa came out and actually said he has no problem with Charlo fighting on another platform. So
I think that fight is I think that fight is dead, and for other reasons. If you talk to people in the industry,
no man, that fight's still good to go, bro.
Cheney, you know, guys who are like 20-0 Americans and stuff like that. Maybe even this Cuffy guy.
I'm actually trying to find the Wilder thing. What you said about Wilder.
Knew who Matchroom were. Not a lot of people. Well, no one knew.
We'll get to that Wilder shit.
And Eddie Reynoso shares that confidence and belief with Sal.
Anyway, that's on the Boxing Voice. Go check it out. It's the recent one. You can go check it out, and you can hear Eddie Hearn's thing. One Media. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the rest of it, but Eddie Hearn's in there. He's in there talking to Nez, and you know, he mentioned that's what he mentioned. He's willing to buy Top Rank. He's willing to run them out of business, bro. I don't blame him, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They're in Sky and they've took your patch. So you're too busy. I've seen that before when, you know, the Romans, yeah, when they were conquering the world, yeah, or so-called the world, the so-called civilized world. The problem is they stretched themselves too far that when it came down to their own patch, yeah, that's how they got invaded. And that's what Eddie Hearn's done, man. He stretched himself too thin. He's in America all the time, but you're not making no waves in America. That's the thing. Like, at least if you're in another country, you should be making some big waves, and he's not. He's just another promoter. You know what I mean? As another promoter of many. But when he was in the UK, he was like the man, bro. You know what I mean? Just stay where you at. Like the German and Salon brothers, they control Germany. Everyone know the Salon brothers and K1. They're the top boys in Germany, and they retain that. You know, there's no point spreading into another patch when you're not the thing. There's okay taking some fighters from there, but you know, building the UK. But Eddie Hearn's a global guy. He wants Matchroom to be global, so that's what it is. Italy beat Spain on penalties. Oh, okay, they beat them in penalties. I didn't even and they're through to the finals. All right, I didn't know that. But you know, Eddie Hearn spread himself too thin, and they mentioned it to Dimitri Andrade. Ness said that fight's Dimitri Andrade versus Charlo. Me and Jalik just mentioned that that fight's dead. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing. I want to see all great name fights, and, you know, to see people over adversity and get fights, man. Like, I'll be honest with you, like I enjoy watching Josh Taylor versus that Lara guy. That was interesting. But then I would also enjoy Josh Taylor coming back and seeing how he does come back. And up to now, was he on the scrap pile? What's he doing? What's Josh Taylor? Josh Warrington. Sorry, Josh Warrington. I want to see what Josh Warrington can do. Like, Josh Taylor has just undisputed. Okay, you've done undisputed. You're the champion. So what's going on now? There's a guy called Matisse Thingy coming for you, bro. There's a guy at 140. He's a very durable, come forward fighter. That's a very hard fight for Josh Taylor. And there's some good notable contenders for Josh Taylor. Is he gonna hold on to the belt? Is he gonna move up? That's the next episode. See, winning the belt is one thing, and that's great. But it's what you do next, you know, to solidify yourself as a great. So, you know, I see him taking pictures with Ken Buchanan, and that's great. But, you know, Ken Buchanan defending his lightweight belt when it was undisputed as well, by the way. So Josh Taylor wants to imitate that. So if he can defend the belt and hold on to the belt for numerous titles defenses, that's great for your career. You know, it's great for your career. So we have to see how Josh Taylor is going to go forward, and that's what it's about. Can these UK guys, when they win a belt, can they hold on to it? We have to find out. One Media, Jalik. I know Jalik was doing some press ups, so listen to the Boxing Voice. Yeah, go on. We're gonna say something. Go ahead.
No, I was just listening, man. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, you might not like some of the practices that, you know, Eddie's done in that, but, you know, the name of the game is to be a promoter and, you know, go as far as you can. And yeah, man, he's just making moves, and it is what it is. I guess like boxing's a sport whereby you don't just have fans of fighters, but you have fans of promoters and promotional companies and stuff. Yeah, so when something's going against another promotion's interest, and you know, Eddie, Eddie, you my idiot, and all them something there. But you know, you just have to see how things play out as well. Because, like you said, like history has shown us through the Romans and other examples where you can spread yourself too thin, and then you start seeing stretches, and then them stretches turn into tears, and then you know the whole thing just collapses. You see it, but then at the same time, you know, that's just the pursuit of conquest, isn't it? Like, you know.
Well, point. Who would ever thought that Bob Byron would have a UK broadcaster like Sky, and he's got a 5-year deal, just like that? They've made a deal. See, Eddie Hearn. What I heard? This is what I heard behind closed doors. Eddie Hearn has got this new thing called Matchroom Media. So basically, he wants Sky to pay him for his media company to set up the same thing Sky was doing for years. So Eddie Hearn, yeah, that's what he was doing. So he's got the Matchroom Media to, you know, do his own camera work and people he wants working for him, and get rid of the people who been working for Sky for years. And they said, no, we can't do that. So, you know, they said no to him. So what they did, they said no to him, and the Zone will allow that because the Zone will let him. But what you don't understand is that the pandemic could happen again, and your contract could be cut, and anything could happen on the Zone. And that's why, you know, Eddie Hearn's realized that because I'm not on Sky, I better talk to his wife, because he kind of blackballed Nez. I don't even know that he blackballed Nez for a bit.
So why is he blackballed now?
Because the Zone, he ain't a bit, because the Zone has no platform. He's not on Sky. He hasn't got the Sky, you know, the Sky Sports vehicle where everyone watching. Like Sky is for us, right, in the UK. It's like it's not terrestrial, but it's very easy to get, right? Very accessible. And he hasn't got that thingy network playing. So now he realizes I need to talk to everyone now. So now all the people he wasn't talking to, he opened the things to talk to them now. Because where's the Zone's platform where you have to go on the app to listen to Eddie Hearn? Who the heck's going on that? It's not no live feed.
You looking at the Zone? Where are you looking at it though? Because the Zone is it just came to the UK and it just came to the US, but it's worldwide.
It hasn't got it hasn't got a live feed.
It has to be successful somewhere, right?
No. Hear what I'm saying. He hasn't got a live feed. You know what I'm saying about a live feed? I mean, Sky Sports is a 24-hour news channel. You understand?
Oh, okay.
There's no live feed. If I go in the Zone now, it's dead. I have to press. I have to click on something, but there's no live feed.
Like a regular channel. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So because he hasn't got that, he realized I need to go talk to Nez and talk to these other guys to keep myself relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he has to do.
Because YouTube has taken over. YouTube is bigger for boxing than regular.
Listen, this is what I'm saying to you. Where you spread yourself thin. The number one broadcaster in sports, is Sky, right? Then like you have BBC One and ITV, regardless of football, right? So in boxing used to be on ITV and BBC One. It's no longer on them channels no more. But the next one is Sky, and he's not on that now. So now he's not visible. So now he realized I need to talk to, and now his company's based in America. So shit, I need to talk to the Boxing Voice now. I need to talk to this guy, I need to that guy. So he spread himself thin when really and truly you should have slowed your roll, kept it going, bomb your media thing, what you was doing. If you wanted that, you might as well have done your own channel. Like, see, Frank Warren had this thing called Box Nation. You might as well started your own channel. That would have been probably better for him than doing what he's doing, going into someone else's platform and trying to build the Zone. Like Eddie, I don't think Eddie Hearn even realized that. Really and truly, you should have done your own channel and just the matchroom thingy channel. No, he's on the Zone. He's on some. He's that. Look, the thing of it, he's when he's
trying to be like what's that guy's name for the UFC? What's his name? Dana White. That's what he's trying to do.
But Dana White controls. They have a network. They have the UFC network where you press it and you can see live UFC feed. Where's the Matchroom network? The Zone, in it. The Zone. You have to go to the Zone to see all this stuff. So what I'm saying to you is that he needs all these YouTubers and to be visible because Sky, he's no longer on Sky platform and it's starting to wear on him. He has to do all the heavy lifting for the Zone. Think about the Zone. Now let me understand this. If Eddie Hearn doesn't talk about the Zone, who knows about the Zone? Tell me that.
Eddie was the first. I've seen though a little bit. The fights be fine. The fights good though.
No. You did not listen to me. Eddie Hearn was the first one to talk about the Zone and build up and start in the UK. If Eddie Hearn doesn't talk about the Zone, we don't know about the Zone, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Right? It takes time. It's like starting a YouTube channel.
I know, but with Sky Sports, he didn't need to do that. It was already established. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, he had like 24 news channel, You go Sky Sports News, Sky Sports Live, Sky Sports box office, Sky Sports, everything is all there laid out, bro. So all you got to do is just be there, talk your talk, sell your product, and keep it popping. Now he has to do everything. Everything, and then you got the zone. They've got you got Golden Boy on the same platform, and anyone else. Eddie's as good as he's doing good, and I'm telling you what, yeah. If Joshua decides to stay with Sky Sports, Eddie's dead in the water. I doubt if that will happen though.
His contract is up. I'm hearing that's why they delaying on announcing the Usyk fight.
Yeah, because Sky Sports still have another fight with him, so the fight will probably still be on Sky Sports. So Eddie Hearn can't get a cut. He's not going to make no money from the Sky Sports one. See, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, you know what I'm saying? Because he's with the zone, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
But he's making that money already, though, right? I mean, like he's still making.
Well, I don't know. I don't know because he's no longer with them no more. You see, he fell out. Eddie Hearn's head got too big, and he stretched him. Like I said, he stretched himself too thin. Like you gotta understand, you're in America, right? And you like look at the UK. No longer now. Understand what I'm trying to say. He's no longer in the UK no more. He's with the zone. They're in Canada. That's what Eddie Hearn is. So he's no longer in the UK no more. He's based in America.
I'm confused, bro. I gotta take a trip to. I don't understand.
The zone's base is. They ain't even got a base. Their base is in Canada, bro. That's where they're from. They're Canadian, right? Now, where's their base? No one knows their bases wherever the arenas are. They haven't got a platform like Sky. You know they have a platform, a base, and that's what I'm saying. If you like doing this, where let me put it like this: where's the Zone Studios? Do you know where that is?
I got you.
Yeah,
I think they're probably gonna add. Do you think they're gonna add it more? You think they're gonna add more studios like home?
Man, I don't. Well, that's what Eddie Hearn's gonna have to try to work this shit out because I don't think he really took on board that. He's really doing all that. He's doing with the zone. He has to do all the heavy lifting. They're paying him a lot of money, but really and truly, he's like the wiggle room is like, where do you do when Sky? You had a lot of things going on. Like he could go in the events, and you're in the UK. You can do this, you can do that, and he lives in the UK. So now he's got a company based in Canada. He's got Matchroom in USA. You've got a lot of American clients, but bro, he's promotion it popping. The American guys he signed. Who's the biggest American guy he signed? Devin Haney, right? But Devin Haney ain't fighting. He's still not a big enough name in America, and he struggled against Linares. Who's the biggest name in the thing? You ain't got no big.
Yeah, most companies like ESPN. I won't be surprised if they get dropped, bro. I won't be surprised if ESPN drop Top Rank. They don't got no pay-per-view stars. You know, pay-per-view is how they make all their bread. They don't got no pay-per-view stars. Tyson Fury retired. So who else is a star on Top Rank?
He ain't Tyson Fury he's not a massive star in the UK yet because he hasn't broken into the pay-per-view market yet in the UK because he's with Frank Warren. He ain't on Sky. Frank Warren. They're not on Sky. He's on what's it called again? BT Sports, isn't it? So that's not thing, and then it's not pay-per-view. It might be pay-per-view. I don't know if that fight's gonna be pay-per-view. I'm not too sure, but BT Sports hasn't done no pay-per-view yet. They kind of let you stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like most companies, to be honest with you, they got like one star that makes all the money. You notice that?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so Tyson Fury is split. Right, he's split with Bob Arum and Frank Warren, so both of them get both of his money. Both of them cut into Fury's money. So Fury, in effect, even though he walks around flashy, he's quite poor. And unlike Eddie, unlike Anthony Joshua, Joshua has real money, bruh. Like real tangible money. Like the fight with Ruiz, Andy Ruiz, bro. I think it was like 35, 40 mil, like for one fight. You know what I mean? Like, and he's making, and then he's got the UK money for Sky Sports. So you get the Zone money, Sky Sports money. Yeah, man, he's making real money.
He got Ricky Hatton's son.
You got. You see what you understand? What I'm trying to tell you now.
Coley is good.
Andy Joshua is under Eddie Hearn. He's making real money. Eddie Hearn's making that money, but Eddie Hearn realized that with the Zone, his limitation in terms of being in, so he has to keep himself visible. So that's why I feel he came to the boxing world. I won't be surprised if I get an interview with him and everyone jumps on and goes, "Yo, Eddie's over here. EJ got Eddie Hearn on his channel, and we over here terrorizing Eddie Hearn."
You should reach out to him. I think that'd be a good interview because you object.
I wouldn't because I couldn't be like, because I'm still a Matchroom media guy. I'm still on their media list. I couldn't say that. I'll start getting reckless. He'll probably cut me.
Why would they cut you though? You're not a reckless dude, bro.
I know I'm not, but you see English people.
You just got
people. Now, English people are very funny, right? They don't tell you when they're upset with you. All you know is you've been cut, bro. American people, they'll tell you out there. American people go in your face.
Though it's not like
No, because you don't. Like certain questions you're gonna ask. Like I'm just gonna be real. Like why are you ducking Wilder, bro? Like why are you trying to avoid Wilder? You're doing anything to avoid Wilder. The Sky Sports brought Wilder to the Klitschko fight. After Anthony Joshua won the fight, it was very natural. Look down at Wilder and say, why did Anthony Joshua avoid that? Why have you been avoiding? Why are you not trying to fight? The Wilder fight was the biggest fight, undisputed fight that fans wanted to see. And you're trying to dig up Fury. Well, Fury's the champion now. Okay, fine. You want to fight Fury. But you knew the arbitration was going on. Why did you? Well, that was Bob Arum's fault. Like, you don't know. Like, that's some bullshit. And you still want to make the Fury fight. And he's not even counting that Wilder's going to win the fight, They know, Bob Arum and Frank Warren, they don't even think Wilder's going to win that fight. They don't think Wilder's going to win that fight. No one does. In fact, no. Do you think Wilder's going to win that fight?
I'm going for Wilder, but I think Fury might got his number.
One media.
Wilder.
One media. What you got?
Yeah.
Who you got?
What, out of Fury and who? Wilder?
Yeah. Third fight.
Yeah, we went over this the last time. I think
Wilder is.
I'm leaning towards Fury, right? I'm just conventionally I would say Fury, but ultimately, at the end of the day, Wilder is always going to be in the fight. He's always going to be in the fight because he's got that right hand, right? A lot of this is based on most people are satisfied with the first two fights. There's been a lot of talk and speculations and things that have happened where Wilder's with Malik Scott now, and people are talking about keys to victory, what Wilder needs to do. Wilder needs to do this. Wilder needs to do that. Wilder doesn't listen. Wilder this. Wilder that. So all this is going to come down to what is he going to look like on the night? Like, is he gonna turn up and be this magical person that people think and want him to be, where he's gonna be dancing on the back foot or something, and he's gonna outbox Fury or what? I don't know. Like, can he learn all of that in this short space of a time? I very much doubt it. How is he gonna look? I don't know. Is he gonna take the fight to Fury, or is he gonna get outschooled and outschooled by Fury again? So there's a lot of questions in that respect, but I don't think Wilder can fix or repair or make certain adjustments that he needs to make to face a Fury. And let's not forget as well, we don't know what Fury's gonna turn up.
Exactly.
Because Fury, the last time when he got knocked out, most people were saying, boy, man, just better. We know Fury can box, so just sit on the back foot and just box your way to a victory. Fury said, no, I ain't doing that. Right? Now, the thing about Fury is he's like a crackhead. You can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. He says he's going left and he goes right.
That's true.
Yeah? So when he was saying, nah, what I'm telling you, I'm going to take the fight to Wilder. You wouldn't be wrong to think that, whatever, he's just saying that. But that's exactly what he did. He took the fight to him, and what happened, right? So there's a lot of question marks about what's going to happen on the day. And that's where I can't be definitive to say, yeah, this is what's, because Wilder could knock him out in the first round. That can happen. It really can. Or, Fury could knock out Wilder again. But conventionally, I'm saying Fury, but it's not a guarantee that Fury's going to win. Wilder definitely has a chance, but there's a whole load of question marks involved in that fight as well. And I think, I'll just say this one last piece, right? I think that whatever happens, whatever happens is pretty much gonna close the book on.
Oh yeah, it's done
on Wilder and this whole thing. Like,
oh, the trilogy. I don't want to see him fight no more. Yeah, I'm done with this. Like that's enough.
I'm good. I'm good with it, man. I'm good with it.
I'm done. That'll be enough. I want to see Wilder.
I thought the same with Pacquiao and Marquez. So they had a full fight. Yeah, it was the same thing until they had a wiki conclusion.
Right.
So yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I remember Ruiz and Joshua, right? And Josh and naturally the guy who's winning is talking mad smack, right? And Ruiz was talking so much smack, you know, I had more amateur fights and you know. But the one thing he didn't realize is that fat lump was a fat, greedy bastard. Yeah, he never came training, and Fury's doing the same thing. That man has been celebrating, drinking, having a great old time. The man is fat, man. And what Wilder's been doing, you know, really dedicating himself to movement, right? To really movement because they know Fury's fat. You know, it's state that, you know, if you look at Fury, he didn't, you know, he never trained really. He just came flat, you know, big and came in and the swing, and, you know, he won the war because the reason why he put on weight because he's to take what Wilder was given. But then if you come in big in that fight and Wilder starts putting movement on you, then all that weight is going to go against you. And that's what's probably going to happen. You get me? He's probably going to happen. He's probably going to use all that weight to chase Wilder around, and Wilder's going to stretch him out, get him tired, and blast him out of there, man.
And then we have AJ versus Wilder. That's I said, that's the biggest fight in boxing.
Yeah, like Wilder will probably like that's what I think Wilder's probably going to do to him. You know, just basically beat Fury at his own game and say, look, I came in out, and people are just going to shock the world, bro. And then Eddie Hearn have mad pressure on his back here to make that fight. Goes, Liz, are you gonna make the Wilder fight? Are you gonna make the Wilder fight? Well, I think you know, we've got mandatories up. We have to make our mandatories. We need you know the bullshit.
AJ, are you going to the fight with Usyk? Because I'm telling you, bro, Usyk is dangerous. Yes. Are you going to the fight for media?
No, that fight.
What the AJ Usyk?
Okay. It's supposed to be in Tottenham, right?
Where is it at the Tottenham Football Stadium?
It's at full capacity now, starting July 19th for the UK.
What tickets are sold out?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's already sold out.
Yeah, that's a good question. I might go to that.
No, I was asking if
you know, I'm not really a big. I'm not really a big fan of Usyk. He don't speak English. That English is.
Oh, bro.
I'm not really. And AJ, I told AJ many times, and AJ is very like he's not. Bro, AJ is very. If you ever talk to AJ, like, bro, like, listen, AJ is very like strict in the book, and he doesn't because he's been media trained. He doesn't. Yeah, he's very scripted, right? So you can't have the interviews where it's like anything to grasp on. So Usyk don't speak English. This one don't do that, bro. Like it's long. When I think about that fight,
live though. Want the fight be nice to see the fight live in person?
Nah. Because Usyk to me is a very technical fighter. Moving around. Usyk's not to me. Usyk's not
that fight real good. That's probably gonna be more exciting than AJ versus Fury.
AJ's
is boring, bro. Fury's
I know he's unified that
Fury's more exciting. Like Fury's more exciting than Usyk. Yeah, he is, bro. Come on, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I
can't watch no Fury fights unless it's with a big name. I can't, bro.
Yeah, see, but you're right. But you're right. See, Fury's fights have been boring, and Usyk's fights are boring. But Fury's entertaining because his mouth, bro. And you see, when you see him get beaten, it's like Billy Joe Saunders, bro. Billy Joe Saunders boring, but when you see them getting their beaten, man's on it, bro. That's what I'm saying. Fury's like that. If he's getting clubbed up, yeah, man's is on it. You know what I'm saying? Usyk, I'm not really feel for Usyk. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, he unified the cruiser and all of that. Well done, all of that. But you know, it was kind of like a cruiserweight, isn't it? Like he was, you know what I mean? Like
in that cruiserweight division, there's no like you know, great fights like
definitive.
Nah, there isn't. It's just like he's just overwhelming everyone. You know what I mean? He's just mashing them up, mashing the small fly up. You know, say if he beats Joshua. If that small guy, because he's small, real talk, yeah. If he can beat Joshua, that would be
6 foot.
He would be pound for pound number one. He's not small. It's just Joshua.
He don't need to be pound. He don't need to be pound for pound, man.
What? Usyk could be pound for pound number one, or what?
He don't need to be. Why? He don't need to be pound for pound.
Nah, I don't know about that.
If
Man.
he beat
No,
Anthony Joshua,
I
he's
mean, Ruiz wasn't pound for pound #1 when he beat
no,
Joshua.
No,
was
he
he?
was.
that's my boy. Listen, bro. That's pound for, he already on the pound for pound list.
Yeah, but see, this
So,
is the thing.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
you don't
that's
you only read people on pound for pound is because
heavyweight.
no,
He's
the only way the only guys on pound for pound is because no one knows who they are. That's why they're there. When you're the heavyweight champion, everyone knows who you are. You don't need to be on pound for pound. Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't need to be on pound for pound. You're the heavyweight champion in the world. Being heavyweight champion in the world is better than no pound for pound list. Are you crazy? Come on, man. Like Roy Jones was pound for pound. Roy Jones was pound for pound, the fighter of the 90s, right? But when he fought Mike Tyson recently, what happened? And Mike Tyson was fighting in the 90s, you know? You know what I'm saying? So the heavyweight division, you don't need to be pound for pound. That's what the pound for pound was there for. To recognize fighters who are skillful fighters. Usyk don't need to be no pound for pound #1, bro. He's just the heavyweight champion. The heavyweight champion of the world stands on its own, bro. Like, you don't.
He started off at cruiserweight, EJ. That's big time.
It ain't no, but he in a cruiserweight now, bro. And Evander Holyfield when he beat Buster Douglas, they might put him in. If you want to put him there, but the heavyweights don't need to be on pound because everyone knows who they are, bro.
Yeah, but you know what, EJ? I think what you're saying is right, yeah. But I think this pound for pound thing is getting lost over time. So that's why you're starting to see these. Like what you said is 100% facts. Yeah, it was invented to recognize fighters outside of the heavyweight division, right? But that kind of knowledge is kind of gone. Now it's like, oh well, so and so's good at heavyweight, and it's the throw them in there as well. And it's like, man, don't really work like that.
Yeah, but Jaleel don't know. That's why Jaleel don't know. That's why I have to tell him.
No, I do.
Nah, Jaleel don't know because you see, all Jaleel sees, right, is these guys, these news, Dougie Fisher, and all these guys.
No. Okay, let me ask you this, EJ. Usyk was on the pound for pound list at cruiserweight, so he moves up to heavyweight. Then you take him off the list.
And why did I tell you they? Why
did I tell you? The list?
Hold up. Why, no, but why did I say? Hold up. Why did I say? Yo, hold up. Why did I say? Why did I say they put you on that list? I said they put you on that list so people know who you are. No one who knew Usyk was, bro. So what I'm saying, they put you on the list now. People know who he is now. So what I'm saying, you don't need to go on there. That's what I'm saying. It's unknown guys on the list that people go, who's this guy? Where's this guy? And that's what for people to find out who they are. That's why they put you on the list for pound. They're skillful, but they the best fighter in the world. Everyone knows, and it's this common knowledge is the heavyweight champion. Ain't none of them dudes on no pound for pound could beat the heavyweight champion. None of them. Joshua will peel back every one of them dudes over there. Every one of them.
That's what makes it so interesting that
a
small guy can beat a bigger guy.
This guy, listen, the pound for pound list is what it is. Just skillful fighters that make guys look like ordinary. That's what you like looking for. But for heavyweights, they don't need to be. If he beats him, he's gonna be recognized all over. Like everyone knows who Joshua is. You know how many people in all of the world? Yeah, in America, in the UK, and every other country in between, they know who Joshua is, right? So when Usyk beats him, Usyk's not recognized like that. Like hardly anyone knows who he is. If you talk to Joshua fans, go, "This Joshua's fighting Usyk. Who's that? Who's it? What? Joshua's gonna win. Joshua's gonna win." They don't even. That's
but can we admit that Joshua and Tyson Fury are super heavyweight, and Usyk is more of a heavyweight. So technically, it's damn near a whole new division that he fighting. So for him to be the super heavyweight is big time, bro.
There ain't no super heavyweights. There's no super heavyweight. We don't have this. Listen, we don't
like 270 pounds.
We don't have there's no such thing as super heavyweight. You're just a heavyweight champion. There's no such thing as super heavyweight. You're a heavyweight.
In Olympics is
Olympics, yeah. The heavyweight division is the cruiserweight division. They don't call it cruiserweight, so they call it heavyweight. That's what they call it. And the heavyweight division, the natural heavyweight division is called thingy because people got bigger. You know, in the world, people grew up and got bigger. That's all it is. But the heavyweight division is the cruiserweight division, and the super heavyweight is the heavyweight division that we know now. That's how that is. You know what I mean? So, you know, getting it twisted about it. But what I said to you anyway, going back to it again, like Usyk beats Joshua, and he can beat Joshua. Let's not make no mistake about it. Yeah, if he beats him, he's going to be recognized. And the thing is, you know, Eddie Hearn's talking about avoiding Wilder, but let me tell you something: if Usyk beats Joshua, Usyk's not going to avoid Wilder. He ain't going to avoid Wilder, and he definitely. And I tell you what, he ain't going to avoid Fury either. I tell you that for free. I reckon
nobody.
He won't duck no one. I don't think he'll duck no one, bro. That's why
I think to me, man, like Usyk, he put in the work at cruiserweight, unified it. That's all good. But as far as I'm concerned, him at heavyweight is a clean slate, and I don't really rate him at heavyweight, like that.
No,
Like
Eddie
he hasn't done enough for me to say, "Bro, you know what?"
Eddie Hearn's been killing him. Eddie Hearn's been killing him slowly. Yeah, Eddie Hearn signed him, right? He was signed with the Sauerland brothers, right? In the World Boxing Super Series by the Sauerlands, right? So they wanted him to win. It was all led out for him to win that tournament. Like Josh Taylor was going to win the World Boxing Super Series. It was all there. You can see they were going to win. You knew who the favorite was. You looked at the card. You looked at the side. You think that Josh Taylor's going to win and Thingy's going to win. You knew he was going to win, right? So when he won that, he signed a deal with Matchroom. What did Matchroom first do? They want to disparage him. They put him in Chaz Witherspoon, make him look bad. Why are you putting him in Derek Zorro? Why are you putting him with Derek Zorro? The man's lost so many fights. Why is he fighting him? They put him with Derek to beat him up a bit, to rough him up a bit, to make him the ordinary. Because what they did, these guys kind of killed his stock kind of thing. So that now you get in the AJ fight, no one believes it. So that's what Eddie Hearn's done. He did it to Luis Ortiz. He signed Luis Ortiz, and then what did he do? He put him against Dave Allen, right? Why would you put him against Dave Allen? Like, what Dave Allen do to make him go in with Ortiz? Then he puts him in with Malik Scott and Tony Thompson or whatever. I mean, why'd you put him in? And then what he did when he put him in the opponents, now he looks really bad. And now it's like, nah, this guy shouldn't fight AJ because look how bad he looked in these opponents. That's what he was been doing. That's what Eddie Hearn's been doing. He did it purposely. So don't get it twisted, yeah. That Anthony Joshua sparred Usyk in the Klitschko camp, and he gave him that work in it, and everyone knows it. That's an underground secret, and that's why this fight hasn't been made. Why do you think it's taking so long to be made? You know, why is Eddie Hearn taking so long to make the fight? It's not that hard, isn't it? I'm sure Usyk wants to make the fight. So what's wrong with the negotiations? It's very easy. It's a mandatory, right? So, you know, you don't have to give him any extra money. You know, you get the majority of the money. He gets like 20% or whatever the money is, and let's fight. So what's the problem? Get a date, set it up, and let's go. What's going on? Or maybe they're waiting for the crowds, innit? Maybe it's that, innit? I don't know. But they could make it announced it already, innit?
It's probably because of his contract, EJ. And Eddie probably trying to do some options. And AJ got to the point where he know he's a brand and he's trying to have more control. It's
he's trying to get out of the fight, Jalik. He's trying to get out of the fight, Jalik. That's what he's trying to pay Usyk off. Yeah, he's trying to pay him off and let him fight Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was supposed to fight Usyk. What was supposed to happen? Eddie Hearn, what Frank Warren wanted, right? For Anthony Joshua to vacate the belt, and then Joe Joyce and Usyk fight for the vacant belt. And I said that should be good. I think Josh should do that. But then Eddie Hearn said, well, boy, if we do that, people are not going to believe that we want undisputed, so we can't do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and pay Usyk off. So if they're not going to pay him off, then they have to make the fight. So what they're trying to do, how long's Usyk been out the ring for?
Usyk fought Sora in a couple months ago, right?
What month was that? What month was that? Was it before AJ? Was it before AJ? AJ fought after though, wasn't it? AJ fought in December, wasn't it?
Yeah, he fought Pulev in December.
When did
I have to look. BoxRec sometimes work.
Let me see. Because what they're trying to do, you keep Usyk out the ring until he gets ring rusty, innit? That's what they usually try to do. Yeah. You don't know about them tactics, nah?
That's you sound like you understand why he would be considered pound for pound number one. If he's this small guy, running that pound for pound shit, bro.
Why are you still on that pound for pound stuff? I told you about that stuff already, Jilly. Jilly ain't trying to hit nothing.
EJ, pound for pound means how you would rate. It started with Ray Robinson, right?
Nah, man. Stop it, Jilly. Stop it, Jilly. Jilly. All right, listen. All right, listen. All right, so I got it now, right? So you know when Usyk last fought, in it, he fought in October. Oh, he fought in October against Derek Zorro last year.
Oh wow, time be going by fast.
Oh, see, October, right? So then let me show you something. Yeah, when Anthony Joshua fought, he fought in December. So tell me who's going to be out there. So by the time the fight's made, right? Let me say, by the time the fight's made, Usyk will be out the ring for 11 months, brethren. And Anthony Joshua, on another case, only been out the ring for like 9. You know what I mean? That's a difference, you know. See, this is what they do to you. This is the stuff they do to you. They long it out. The longer they leave it, and they see the fight has not been announced yet, the longer they leave it, the worse it's for Usyk. Because why? Why, Jalik? Because Usyk needs his timing, doesn't he?
But he should already be training, though. He's smart.
No, but he needs his timing. No, Yeah, but he needs his
Oh,
timing.
timing,
And then,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, he's a guy who works on rhythm. You know what I mean? And
Homeboy probably
so
got
he's,
him.
so I've got it right here. He's out the ring in literally 11 months. The longest time he's ever been out of his career. 11 months he's got to wait. Where Joshua's only been out the ring like 9. So Joshua's coming. Joshua's fine. That's a long ass time, bro. And Joshua's fine. You know what I mean? So Joshua, like, you know, Usyk's sweating. So he's been sweating. His timing's off. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you got to go there and you're looking at this guy and your timing's off. You got to pay for sparring partners. What if Joshua just cancels the fight and says and changes the date? Oh, listen, that'll mess your head up, you know. Like all these little things, tactics they do to stay on top. These people don't understand. Yeah, it messes your head. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is how people stay on top in boxing, you know, and it's more than it's a mental game.
So
what's
good,
bro?
Usyk is dangerous. People just think AJ just gonna win because he's bigger, but they don't. It doesn't just work that way.
My man Rob really said Wilder's looking soft out here, fam. Why is Wilder looking soft out here? Everything Wilder says has come true, bro. Like he said he's gonna get a rematch. He got the rematch. Now all he had to go do is knockout Fury. Like, why is he looking soft, bro, man? Come on, dog. Like these dudes need to stop rolling up on Wilder, bro. Why are they just rolling? Everyone hating on Wilder. People need to leave the man alone. You know they actually said, yeah. Nez came out and said that Wilder had the video took down. That was a lie, right? You know that was a lie, innit? Klitschko was so boring. They put him on pound for pound. Yeah, you see?
Oh, Klitschko, yeah, I stopped watching.
Yeah, he was so boring. That's what I'm saying. He's so boring. Yo, bro. Yo, you funny. Yeah, smash the like button. Yo, smash the like button. What's it? You guys give me joke, bro. Some of these guys make me laugh, bro.
Let me ask you this.
Abs is on it, you know. What do you mean Wilder's looking soft? Why you stop lot of us hating on the man? Wilder's the most exciting fighter on the planet. Like bar none, he's the most entertaining fighter on the planet.
Yeah, he is though.
He is,
like
man.
both of his fan bases is extreme. It's like extreme hate and it's extreme love. So it's like super duper polarizing. He's super polarizing.
You always see a highlight of knockouts, bro. Fury tasted that whack. You know what I mean? You know the funny thing, people don't think Fury knows that Wilder can do it to him. Fury knows that Wilder can put it on him. That's why. So that goes into what I said to you. That's why Fury bulked. That's why Fury bulked up. That's why he bulked up his neck and everything. That's why he bulked up like that because
that's why he tried to get out the fight. He should have just been fought and didn't I say?
That's exactly.
That shit dangerous, bro.
It's dangerous, bro. No one wants to fight Wilder. Why Eddie Hearn don't want to fight Wilder? They don't want to fight Wilder. They've been avoiding this cat. You know what I mean? Like when Wilder beats, I'm gonna lay it down right now. When Wilder beats Fury, now you know the first thing he's gonna do, he's gonna say, "Where's AJ at now?" Eddie Hearn, I'm coming to your office tomorrow. I know you're in New York. We're coming down tomorrow. I want to film.
EJ, you team Wilder, yeah?
I'm not team Wilder. I'm just team fight. I'm team fight the best. Team fight the best, bro. And you have to be on that. You have to be on that. If Fury wins, then he needs to fight AJ, whoever. But
I checked out years ago on this whole thing. I checked out. I really don't give a fuck.
You don't care either like that. You don't really care.
But
you're gonna watch the fight. But you're gonna watch the third fight.
Of course I will. But I'm not stressing myself and making videos. Oh, Wilder did this. AJ did.
Nah, don't be. I haven't been on that. I haven't been on that.
It's like a soap opera. I like.
Yeah, but you know what? I like going backwards with the fans here because like JD's like Wilder's managers in the chat, innit? Yeah, what's up, JD's, innit? How Wilder's the most exciting fighter when you ain't.
Nah, because he's vulnerable. It's his personality, bro. It's just
EJ Wilder loves.
One punch can end it, like bang. So you glued. It's not like
why you say Abs is always hating on me. Why am I a Wilder lover?
But
you know that you'll become a Wilder lover. If Wilder looks at Fury, right? You'll become a Wilder lover as well. There's nothing wrong with liking. I think I'm one of the rare guys who actually talk to all three. I've talked to Wilder, I've talked to Tyson Fury, and I've talked to AJ. All three of them, all nice guys, all of them want to do the best for their family. That's one thing no one can tell me nothing about. And I honestly say, I just prefer AJ and Wilder. Like on my phone, I got a picture of both of them. To me, Both of them guys there, I like both of them guys there. You know, I gravitate to the two of them. Wilder's crazy. AJ's more calm and reserved, but they're both characters and they're good for boxing, both of them. Now, in their respective fields, they're trying to do what they can do to promote the fight and get people interested and do whatever they can. That's all this is about. Like, people shouldn't fall into things like you're on one side or the other. See, when you do that to yourself, I tell the truth, own the truth. Listeners, when you fall into one side or the other, all you do is hurt yourself. I'm not going to be hurt either way. No one's going to come to me, EJ, and say, EJ, look, Wilder lost. Now what? Nah, you ain't got that on me, bro. Like, I'm not one of them channels that sit there crying and have to explain myself. I just want the best to fight the best, and you know, whether it's the heavyweight division or cruiserweight division or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. So, you know what I mean? I might say Wilder this day, and next day I might say AJ. I know about Fury though, because I'm not really down with Fury. Because Fury done some dodgy shit. I swear some of the stuff he done, I'm not too sure about, bro. I'm not really down with some of the stuff Fury does, but Fury's come bulked up. He's bulked up, yeah. Look, I think I've got video of it right now, so you can see what I'm talking about when I say. Let me see. I think I've got a video of it, right, to show you what I'm talking about. Where's Fury? I'll bring it up in 1 second. I got a video of him. Fury's he's bulked himself up, yeah. Or is it gone? AJ. I might have got rid of it actually. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Yeah, Fury's bulked himself up, yeah. And he's made his neck big so he can absorb Wilder's punches. I don't think people's actually seen that. That's why he's flat-footed. He's turned flat-footed, and he's like a big mountain now, isn't it? Big heap. Can't see Wilder winning the fight. No, to be honest, just get the fight out the way. I'm gonna look forward to it. It's gonna be It's gonna be the most watched fight on boxing, bro. Like, just because of the fan bases, like,
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Like I said, Wilder just has the polarize. It just be crazy, like on the internet, because you know boxing is on the internet mainly. You really.
Yeah.
That's why I think Eddie left Sky Sports, because it's like, man, it's just leaving. I don't know.
It's a bad. I think it was the biggest mistake him ever leaving Sky Sports. I thought it was a winning combination. That's a lot. I thought it was a winning combination, but you know, shit. That's.
Well, Eddie said, I listened to him, and he said, "You watch. He's got something in the bag that's gonna blow everyone away." And he says, "Just trust me. You watch." And he was talking with the maddest conviction, like he really has something there. I can't remember who's.
He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. Why you blackballed the boxing voice, and now you feel because you haven't got a voice, because you see who's the mouth. Let me tell you something right before, because I'm gonna break out in a minute. I need to go to the shops. Who's the do you know who the voice of the zone is?
Voice of the zone.
Yeah, Akam Brock, right? Akam Brock. They're the so-called boxing bully. So Eddie Hearn got to talk to them. They're the voice of boxing. Come on, bro. We don't recognize them. And does anyone on YouTube recognize Akam Barak, the voice of boxing? Like, what have they done to say, like, who acclaimed them as the voice of boxing? You understand what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn looks at them as like, well, boy, no one even look at their viewership. No one watches them. I don't see people breaking in it to say, oh, I need to go watch Akam Barak tomorrow. No. Like, I'd rather watch Ringside Report. I watch Elite Leader, One Media. I watch The Boxing Voice. I watch all the other channels in between, yeah? IFL, Seconds Out, Boxing Social, you know, all the guys that, you know, the normal guys, even H Money, 78, Blood Boxing,
bro.
All the other guys, yeah, I'd watch first before I even go there. You understand? So Eddie Hearn has to come to the YouTube channels who are popping, and the Boxing Voice is one of them, because
YouTube is the media, bro.
But what I'm saying is that's what shows you how the zone is not popping like that. Like I said, it's not it's a streaming. They haven't got a channel where it's just live all the time, where Eddie Hearn can just jump on and say certain things and live press conferences and this, that, the other. Eddie Hearn uses his Matchroom YouTube channel and to promote some events. But bro, like, what's he got popping? Why isn't he not the biggest thing for him is the Usyk fight. Is the Usyk fight even making numbers? Like, really? Like, I know Jalik wants to see it, but who else wants to see that joint?
Big, yeah.
You're the only one, Jalik, right?
No, that's fight. I thought AJ was a star, bro.
1 minute, no. We watch AJ regardless. AJ can fight anyone. 1 media. You want to see the Usyk?
Usyk is very dangerous. Like, this is like big time.
1 minute. You want to see the Jalik? You want to see the Usyk fight?
That shit.
I don't mind. I mean,
you don't mind. You see, you told you. See. Well, what media? You want to see the Wilder versus AJ fight?
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, everybody wants to see that fight. That's something that people have been asking for years. You know what I mean? So I actually don't like. I don't like AJ and I don't like Wilder.
No, but you prefer to see
I do want to see the fight. Yeah.
All right. Hey, listen. I'm gonna break out right now. My man's asking where low place boxing is. I've been trying to find it myself, bro. Because
low place.
I've been trying. I don't know where he is. He's on. He's Twitter. Don't answer me on Twitter. He don't answer me on Google Hangout.
In the joint still.
Nah, he's still in there, but like he's just doesn't. He's not there no more, so I don't know what he's done. You know,
he probably doesn't want to do the passer. He doesn't.
Every fight he backed, they all got knocked out. So,
buddy,
I remember he bought a kilt for Josh Taylor. So Josh Taylor,
I remember that. Yeah.
He picked up guys there.
Did he really buy it though? I remember.
If you go to the channel, he got the kilt. He ordered the kilt. So having a tuning was his first fight fighter. Then it was Buddy Jack and then it was the other guy. What's the other guy? Jared Hurd. But you know, that brother. He hated Terence Crawford. You guys carry on talking. Let me go on mute for a second. Go ahead, carry on talking. Yeah, that brother hated Terence Crawford, boy. Telling you.
He hated Terence Crawford, bro.
This guy would make like 3 videos a day talking about how Terence Crawford ain't shit.
Yeah, he like Adonis Stevenson, bro. And he loved Josh Taylor.
Yeah, you're bringing back the memories now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Adonis Stevenson and them. Yeah, man. Yeah, I really thought that he might, because I know he I just thought he must have like gone away for a certain time in it, like on a government vacation, you know.
Where EJ?
Yeah. So I think he's cut out. He's gone to the shop or something.
EJ be halfway sleeping. It's 11. He probably went to sleep, man. 11 somewhere, right? 11:30 almost, right? It's like 5 hours ahead.
Yeah. It's 11:20, 11:25.
5 hours ahead of 8 hours at LA.
Oh yeah. Is LA 8 or 7 hours? I can't even remember.
LA is 8. New York is 5.
Yeah.
Time, yeah.
No, I think New York is 4 right now. I think Eastern is 4.
Y'all don't do the thing. Y'all don't do daylight savings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so right now here it's 11:25. What time is it? You're not in New York, are you? So
well, I'm on New York time. I'm in Atlanta, so it's 6:27, and LA is 3.
Right.
EJ, I don't know what he done. I'm about to be out of here though, man.
Yeah, same here, man.
EJ,
I got something I got to get through.
I said I was just getting. I ain't going to the shot. I said I had to go to the toilet real quick, bro. Like freaking.
My man didn't even finish wiping his ass. He's like, wait, hold on a second. My man came barreling down the stairs, you know, Jed.
Nah, come on,
you were snoring and everything, bro. I'm like, yo,
I know. You know what? Zone give me jokes. Zone goes to me like, yo, EJ.
You up, I'm like, bro.
No, Zone was funny. He could go EJ. EJ's about to go out. But listen to this, right? You know what time in the morning we're talking about, bro? So people going like, we're talking like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was waiting for that Chris Colbert fight, bro. That fight was boring. Have you seen that fight?
It was boring. It was boring. I didn't.
Boring, man.
To me, I didn't enjoy it. To be honest,
that shit was
a couple rounds, bro. I don't even play with boring fights like that. Like
that shit was boring, man.
That's why I don't fight.
I'm glad I fell asleep. I'm glad I fell asleep, bro, because that wasn't worth. We was waiting for that fight. It was boring. Yeah, it was. Yeah, see, exactly. I'm glad I fell asleep when that joined. And the reason why I stayed because that pink-head fool was talking shit about Wilder. And then I was like, yo, you didn't even live up to the bill. Like, you didn't even knock the dude out, bro. That wasn't even that good, bro. So, you know, I got later on, I got the NBA finals coming in like 2 in the morning. I'm definitely the first game of the NBA finals. And then obviously we got the World Cup. So there's a good big sporting events coming up, you know what I'm saying? But all I can say is this year, you know, shout out to Low Place, you know, wherever he's doing, I hope he's well. Hopefully he's not in the dirt.
You got contact with him, innit? Try.
I did. I tried to contact. Oh my God, bro! I'm the one who brought him on, like on my platforms. I was the first one to bring him out. But you know, if Low Place doesn't want to be found, that's what he won't be. So you know, what I'm saying,
yeah, that's true. That's true. If he's if he's doing his thing, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, but you know, I appreciate. This is the way I look at you guys, like Jalik and yourself and stuff like that. You know, we listen. The relationships in these boxes, especially with Coach K, especially you guys in the chat. I try to have a relationship with all you guys and keep the harmonious going. And I welcome everyone's thing. But when it starts getting to the point where I start becoming a fanboy, it's crazy. You know, where you're madly one-sided on your guy. Like it should never. No one should ever be. Everyone should be allowed to air their opinion. But when you start getting on that fanboy thing where my fight is untouchable, you can't say one word about him. It's like, yo,
you always gotta protect it. I don't like that. I don't like that.
You know what happened to me when I went H Money channel, right? So I went over H Money channel, and you know, I started talking about Wilder. You know me, everyone's talking. They were bombing on Wilder. I said, look, everything Wilder said was true. Like, what do you mean? I go, well, he said you guys. They said they weren't going to rematch, and then this guy called Boxing Maestro. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, who said that? I said Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren and Bob Arum. They said that he wasn't going to get a rematch, and he did. So everything Wilder said, it goes, yeah. What about the court case? What about the line? I said, well, probably he might do the after the fight. I think Wilder's goal was probably to get the fight, and maybe he might pursue legal stuff after the fight. And then this guy Maestro called me a liar. I said, bro, he goes, you're getting a bit. I said, bro, you getting a bit personal here. It's not really me and you. Then this guy goes to me, nah, you ain't coming on this H Money shit and controlling this shit, motherfucker. I said, what'd you say? What'd you say? Bro, when I heard that shit about I said, bro, you know what? Yeah, H Money, welcome. Thanks for letting me come over, but I'm about to bounce. You know, this guy's being mad disrespectful. And I bounced, because the way I look at it like this, bro, I'm not married to none of these boxers, you know. All we do is just talk our opinion and we just keep it moving. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna go personal with another guy, like issue tax over opinion. That's ridiculous, bro. You know, over this boxing thing, you wasting your time over this breath that these guys don't even know who you are. Like, why are you gonna attack me over a guy that you never met before? At least me, I've met certain guys, you know. I've met, but I'm not even a fan. So my whole thing is I appreciate all you guys coming over and contributing to my channel and subbing and liking, and also appreciate me going to other people like Coach K, Jaleel the Leaders channel and One Media, and we build each other's channels accordingly. And that's how it should be. Should never be the case where you need to tear another man down to build yourself up or tear a fighter down. Yeah, I call crybaby Shakir Stevenson, but I do it affectionately because he's a crybaby.
You take the piss, man. I get the energy though, because he was crying, he was bawling in the Olympics. But you trying to make that represent his entire career.
Yeah. But you know what it is? But the thing is, it's true though. I make him until he proves to me that he's no longer the crybaby, right? So I keep him on that string. I did the same to Errol Spence. Everyone, like, remember Natty said to me, all right, when you gonna give this Aerospace? I was gunning Aerospace. This is a hype job. He ain't done nothing until I remember I interviewed Leonard Bundu, right? Who beat up Lee Purdy, and he went against Leonard Bundu, and Aerospace wiped him out, bro. And then Natty came out, EJ Bumbercut live. You see it now? You see it? I said, all right, then cool. So I start giving Aerospace his credit. You know what I'm saying? So with me, if I criticize someone, and that's what I do criticize, but it's not like thing. It's usually because they haven't convinced me. Like, in a way, that's another one, right? I've been a big fan of Anyway. I've done commentary in his fights, and I give him, but there was no way that guy is number 2 pound for pound. Heaven no, bruv. Hell no. And bruv, me and what's that guy's name again? Talk his mind. I think he D Jefferson, bruv. Got into something over that, and I was like, but bruh, like, I just don't think this guy is number 2 pound for pound. And Jalik knows this as well. Jalik knows he ain't number 2. Like, no one's giving that guy number 2 pound for pound, bro. Come on, Jalik. You know it, innit?
Monster got some diehards out there.
Is he number 2? Is he number 2 pound for pound in your eyes?
No. I think Tank better. He got skills, though. I think Tank better.
Yeah. But against who, though? And even with Tank, against who, though? Like, you can't.
But you know the machine is, you know he with ESPN, right? And that's who that pound for pound list. 5 of the people.
Yeah.
Still, this is for Top Rank, so that's how they do.
Yeah, it's political. Yeah, but
It's
it's political.
good.
But,
Nah,
but yeah,
Emin
but yeah.
Arthur is good though, bro.
No.
I don't got
I'm not
him out.
disputing it's good, but I believe he's a power pound, but I don't think he's number 2. So like that's my critique of him. But and that's where we are at the minute. So I can critique fighters, but I'm not like if I start getting personal to the point I hate you, man. Yo, I can't stand you. You man, I start getting
Yeah,
like a
it's
bad.
progressive.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Start ranting and raving like a mad dog, foaming at the mouth over a guy that I've never met before, bruh. You need to check yourself, bruh. Come on, you need to check yourself. Boxing ain't like that, bro. It's supposed to be enjoyment. It's supposed to be there to take our minds off things and supposed to appreciate it. Now, some of the fights I'm not getting, I'm going to criticize, but it should never be the case where you're going to lose the plot, lose your mental health. And some people have, over this shit, They've actually gone check themselves into mental health hospitals and all kinds of things. People taking medication, slurring, all kinds of shit. Looking at people online, and you go, bro, this guy looks out of it. Just trying to convince other people about their opinion. So my whole thing is this year: enjoy yourself. Don't take this too seriously. This is lighthearted humor. And for you guys listening, I appreciate it's entertainment. It's entertainment. Yeah, at the end of the day, when I'm talking, most of the time I'm trying to entertain you, not really trying to freaking make your life hard for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It does have to be fun because when it don't get fun no more, it's like there.
Yeah, it's dead, bro. And that's why I enjoy doing it. Now, I haven't been on it recently, but at least I'm going to try and be a bit more active on my channel and trying to get more content. But the subject matters and good. But for those who just tuned in, the breaking news right now, Anthony Joshua's fight is cancelled. If you're an Anthony Joshua fan, unfortunately, he's pulled out for an injury. Hopefully, we can try Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Yarde.
Anthony Yarde. Sorry, Anthony Yarde fight is cancelled. So hopefully. Oh, yeah. Hopefully he can come back again and build himself back and get himself back in contention. But I would like to thank One Media and I would like to thank Jaleel the Leader and you guys in the chat. You guys want to bring up your social media? Do so. Go ahead, Jaleel. You go first.
I'm just Jaleel the Leader everywhere, all across the board. Jaleel the Leader.
Yeah, he's always a leader, Jaleel. And One Media, you want to say anything? Your social media, where they can find you?
Yeah, these days I'm sort of like archiving fights and stuff just so that you can kind of get these things in one place on my channel and what have you. So I'll pick up fighters and just try and archive their career so that it's kind of organized or whatnot, and people seem to like that. So we're gonna do that. But more time I'm on this thing called Discord or whatnot. Yeah, man, big up yourself, EJ. You know what I mean? Like when I can, I'll do, pop in and try catch up because I've been out of the game, out of the boxing world for a little while, over the COVID period. So I'm starting to pick up the knowledge again of, what's happening in the landscape today and all of that. And yeah, old tight Jaleel, man, it's good listening to you, man, building and that. Like you were saying though, like, back in the day, boy, it was kind of like the Wild West. It was a bit messy and that, but in the end, we're all here to talk about boxing. None of this stuff needs to get personal or anything like that. It's not that deep. Ain't nobody gonna catch flights. Nobody's coming to see no one. Relax yourself. It's not even that. Talking tough never works on the internet, man. Leave that alone. You get me? But what I would say is that the low place where, because when I first came onto the thing and I was like, yo, this brother's crazy. He's just getting in on everyone. I thought, right, this brother's just getting in on everyone. He's just ruffling feathers and all of that. And to me, I just found it humorous. Like I just thought it's just funny to me, man. Because I'm team Crawford. I follow Crawford, been following Crawford, supporting Crawford. I back Crawford, and he used to shit on Crawford, like, as I say, 3 times a day. Yeah, and Crawford ain't shit. And Crawford, I just used to laugh. I used to be on his live stream laughing like I wasn't getting upset, none of that. You get me? It's all good, man. People were entitled
he was never. See, with Low Place was never personal. That Low Place is what. That's why I liked him. He was very entertaining. Even when he was cussing people, he never in his heart. It was never malicious and evil. It was more or less, he's way of expressing himself. But Low Place was one of them guys that it was hard to dislike him because it was too quirky and funny. But that's why I liked him. You know, I liked him, bro. Wherever he's doing, I wish him well. So they can find you on YouTube or anywhere One Media. Like they can find you on YouTube.
Yeah, man. I got a channel. One of them ones media. No, sorry, boxing. Sorry, my bad. One of them ones boxing. And yeah, if you look that up, you'll see my channel and start as I said, start uploading more fight footages and stuff like that. And as I say, I'm on this what do you call it, thing called Discord or whatnot. Yeah, that one's a bit difficult. I'd have to put a link in or something. But
nah. People can find, they can find you on your channel. That's all right. Don't worry about that, because you have to add people you know on that. You can't just add anyone.
Yeah. But yeah, man, big up, man. Big up
all right,
yourself.
man. Nice one. We catch you again, One Media. I'm gonna leave out with Anthony Yarde doing some pad work with Tunde, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks very much, guys. Take care. Peace.
Motivation, dedication.